Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geekin Out. I'm yours truly, the Nate Bystad, here for another Audio Mind Sunday night stream. And freaking hell, StreamYard. They cut the intro short. Okay, that's it. All right. Thank you all for coming in. And we're here with the boys today. Don Prime, Local Lou, and Mr. Mob Collectibles, y'all.
What's up, everybody?
What's poppin', people? They here. They finally here. They here.
Dude, what you got working? What you got working over there, man? Look at that. Look at that.
Tripod daddy. Yeah, well, look at the dual wielding daddy right here. He got his dark saber on one side and the spear on the other. Beautiful figure. Beautiful.
Poke your eye out with that thing.
And then this guy right here, forget about it. Awesome.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Damn.
Nice.
Let me see what I got working today. Look at this. My daddy, and then freaking Papa Boba right there. Yeah, repaint Boba. I don't have the throne over here because it's too of a big ass thing. That thing is heavy too. Be careful with that. And then my boy Django. I'm loving Django, man. My only issue with this Django is actually two issues: the pleather, and then I wish the jetpack magnetism was better. That's the one thing, but it's better than the original Boba Fett for Empire Strikes Back. I'll tell you that much. With the magnetism, but that's about it. Great pieces. I love them. And then Mr. Mom, you got yourself. Wait, didn't you have that RoboCop there? There he is.
There he is, right there. It's OG.
Yeah.
I was asked what my favorite hot toy of my entire collection was, and I had to pull out the OG. So here he is, right there.
Wow. And Don Prime, he doesn't have his Falcon with him, but he did. He has it posed up in his display case, right?
I got Falcon and OG Falcon. It was a mint piece.
Mint.
Like literally, and the suit is immaculate. The body is immaculate. It was obviously just the figure alone is too large to put it on my desk for show on screen. But damn, that was like a personal grail, like fully obtained, and it's got a presence in the shelf, especially with its wings fully extended. You get them with the good articulated pose, do wielding as Max. Yeah, it's an awesome piece. So
wow. Congratulations on getting it especially with a deal, man.
$250.
That's what I'm talking about. When you find grails for pretty much retail, that's how we do it.
I mean, the guy put it up, and I bought it within 6 minutes of him putting it up. So
nice. Yeah, guys, you can always find deals, man. When one deal closes, there's another deal around the corner. It's all about being patient with your purchases, especially with your grails.
Mm-hmm.
I had situations where I missed out on a grail. It was a decent price too, like literally close to retail. I waited about maybe a month, and I found it again for close to the price I was looking for, and there you go. It was pretty much it's all about just being patient with your collecting habits, especially with you ever hunting any grails. And everybody's in today. Jonathan O'Kane, some guy, Matt, of course, Peyton, Carlito, what is up, man? See, Lane is in the house. Wow, okay. Collectors Entity. Damn, a lot of people in today. Castro, dímelo, mi gente. Victim Nate, what do you think of the Ecto 1 Afterlife April 29th? Oh my God. Huepa Boricua Dominicana, bruh. I don't know. I'm gonna get hit, bruh. I'm gonna get hit so hard, man, with April 29th. Because I'm like, damn it, man. I still need to build my racks and stacks to get that Ecto 1. That's the only way I can fit that in. Bruh. Yo, I still got my racks and stacks in the back. I just need to build it. Oh my god, the Ecto-1 is gonna be glorious. It's gonna be a glorious piece. It's gonna be a freaking glorious piece. All right, who else is getting the Ecto-1? No, that's Mr. Mom. No.
Passed.
Nope.
Passed.
Nope. Okay. Local, you are? Oh no. Okay, so it's just me and C&B. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like that. I personally don't like the Afterlife look, so I passed. That's why I could have gotten it. I don't like the Afterlife. I don't like the Afterlife vehicle.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the Afterlife vehicle. My whole thing is this: you're not gonna sell me a vehicle and not let me have somebody in it. You know what I mean? It's like you have a whole 6-scale, figure collection, right? And you're gonna make a DeLorean, and I can't have a Marty or a Doc to get it. Don't care which version, just give me one, right? If I'm gonna have the Afterlife, give me the kids. They're the ones who drove in the car.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying?
At least the sister and brother, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sister and brother. At least the relatives of Spangler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. Just at least give me those, because one was driving while the other one was in the gunner, and that's all you need. And what's the point of having a gunner seat if you're not gonna have anybody to sit in it?
Yeah.
Like that's just my logic. And also is my way of me saving myself some money and talking myself out of buying it, because I would have bought it if it had figures.
Yeah.
But we shall see what the future entails. We shall see.
I got you. Let me see. But we're gonna be segueing to that particular story about Ghostbusters. But before we start, I'm gonna be showing you guys. I'm gonna be putting these back up again. The mugs, the Geekin Out mugs. And I was testing out the new $500 print right there, Ryan the Cup. Then Geeking Out over here, and then we have the regular Geeking Out duo, me and Don Prime just chilling. This is the first time I'm buying these mugs, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. Now there's several other mugs out there on the store as well, so I'm gonna be testing those out. But Don Prime was right; these are really cool.
Yeah, they're like camping mugs.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it doesn't look like it holds a lot, but you actually, put stuff in there. It holds a lot. I think it holds like 20 ounces.
Oh yeah. I did a 16-ounce option on my coffee machine, and it took the 16. This is perfectly well, even though there's 20 ounces. So I could have taken a little bit more, but it's fine. Oh, I definitely need to chuck this in, because I only had 4 hours of sleep today, and I'm like, dear God, I did some OT for the HT. I didn't come back to work. I didn't come back home till 11 o'clock today. I get up at 6, but I stayed over to get some overtime. And because of this week, I might be doing a little bit more overtime. Because Friday I'm gonna be not going to work, surprisingly, but I'm still gonna be collecting overtime. I'm gonna be switching days with my buddy, so he's gonna be working for me Friday, and I work for him Wednesday. There's a movie coming out Friday, so I wanted to check that out real quick. But and that's the case. The stream for the Mandalorian 3 is not gonna be an 8-hour stream. It's probably gonna be about 4 or 5 hours. It depending what time I end it, because I do have to go to work right after the stream. But hey, it's the nature of the beast when it's like OT for the HT and everybody's just hitting you up with work. I'm like, well, I got all these hot toys to pay off. Yes, I will OT to compensate. Sacrifices.
And let's be honest, the 35-minute runtime for the season premiere, that doesn't generate
like a 28-minute show.
Exactly. That's not going to generate, an 8 to 24-hour stream. It's just
that pissed me off a little bit, man. That did. Yeah.
How many episodes is the whole season? Is it
8? 9? 8 or 9?
Yeah, about 9.
Boy.
Yeah.
Well, if it's because the last 2 seasons they've been 8. So if this is like 9 this year, I could potentially see why the first episode might have been 35 minutes. Basically, is that kind of like going to be like an epilogue?
Yeah, that's my problem. That 35 minutes could be
they should have done a double release.
It could be a recap episode like they do in animes. I'm gonna be so pissed off. No, don't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have the guy, the announcer from Clone Wars, back in season 1.
Love that! Oh my god! Back on season.
They should have done two. They should have done 2 episodes to make it like an hour.
Yeah.
Make it worth my time watching it. I should say.
They should have put an Andor. They should have pulled an Andor.
Yeah.
I heard that was it John Farrow said that this is not even halfway of what he's expecting to produce with Mandalorian. So we may see more seasons coming.
He already said there's more.
Yeah,
no,
4 is already done. 4 is technically at this point already in pre-production.
They don't have a limit either.
No, they get 6 seasons. We're going to get 6 seasons.
6 seasons.
And then a movie possibly.
Yeah. But Luca, with the caveat is though, the whole story, everything between him and Filoni, they're all going to tie in. So that means you're going to have elements from the Mando that bleed over to Ahsoka. Then whoever knows what the skeleton crew thing is, that's essentially going to be like a show that's going to have elements from all the other shows. I don't know. I'm hoping it's almost like a 1313 style show for anyone who knows the canceled Boba Fett video game, which is the Underworld of Coruscant. That's what it almost kind of feels like. So
I wish Disney could go back in the back burner of Lucasfilm just to pull out that game and just bring it back to today's modern console and remake it. You can remake Dead Space all you want, these days, right? So go remake Star Wars 1313 before, because I want to play as Boba Fett. Like, I want to play as Boba Fett again. That'd be pretty.
I mean, at this point, I'd honestly think it'd be easier for them to do a 1313 style series rather than a video game. Because again, look at Andor. You've already got some of the essential set pieces have already done. Then again, even Book of Boba Fett, certain things with Mando, the elements have been set, so it might actually be easier than for them to go revive a 10-year-old project and then dump in all the money. It might not be a project worth saving at this point.
That's true too. Jonathan OK with a $5 super chat, y'all. Just showing love to the channel. Thanks all of you guys. Thanks for all you guys do. Ready for March 1st, baby. Let's go. You know what, Jonathan OK? We're ready for it. I just wish it was a little longer, and that was you said.
These gifts, as is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great feasts. Giant goats! Oh, look at
Oh my God, Peyton. The Revenge of the Sith game is a underrated classic because it's based off the movie, right? And a lot of people don't like games that are based off the movie, but honestly, that game was really underrated classic. You played as you played as the main cast, either Anakin or Obi-Wan Kenobi. You went through the entire story. There was an alternate ending towards the end as Anakin Skywalker, and you had a 1-to-1 versus player game where you played against your other friends. And one of my favorite moments was either playing Mace Windu, because that's my boy. Man, that guy had the quick moves. Either that, Count Dooku, and also my boy Syndralik. Syndralik, the Jedi that trained most, if not all their students in swordsmanship. That guy was like the master of swordsmanship. He knew like every damn freaking form in Jedi form. He was that freaking of a beast. And you had to take him on. Like, dude, that was one of the worst bosses I ever faced in my entire life when it came to gaming. Because that guy knew every damn freaking weak point to you. It was ridiculous.
He traumatized you?
He traumatized. Every time I think about swordsmanship, is that dude, Syndralik. And I would love it if they would bring back, the whole, I would like them to do a short or a moment in Mandalorian where we go into a flashback. We see Anakin taking on Syndralik. That'd be pretty cool. Or taking on, the Jedis with Syndralik, something like that. Cause I would love to see Syndralik in, just taking out clone troopers and all that in the Jedi Temple. That would be pretty cool. But either way, I want to delve into that because today we'll be talking about Ghostbusters from Present Toys, the Threezero Premium Edition Nemesis Prime, and the Mandalorian. So let's get it started with the Present Toys Ghostbusters. So I have the photo right here, guys. And if you guys have already watched Connor's stream where CMB goes into a breakdown on that stream with Connor about this particular figure, like this is pretty much Present Toys. This is a third party figure. It's completely different from what we get with Blitzwave. So it's not somebody just making a fake news about this. No, it's a different figure. Also, if you guys didn't notice, it's a different expression because the original Ernie Hudson doesn't have that particular expression. So in the Blitzwave, but I am excited. What's up?
Well, you know what that head sculpt, that scream reminds me of? More, it's Ghostbusters 2. Remember when he's on the train tracks and it comes right through? That's what. Yeah. I mean, could these technically be both Ghostbusters 2?
No, because the hair is different.
Okay.
Afro in the second movie.
All right.
Yeah, he grows a bit more, right? But the expression there.
No, the expression. Yeah, CMB said that same thing about the expression being like when he got hit by the ghost train, he looked like he was shocked.
Yeah. And also Ernie
Hudson had a fro.
Mustache in part 2. He shaved the mustache, not just the hair, but he shaved the mustache.
So here's the thing about Present Toys. Let me pull up my my Indiana Jones because I have
the font on the name tape is also different as well.
There's a lot of differences on the suit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what is it now? Trick or Treat Studios has the license for these guys now. So what if they're basically trying to jump in now where there's that limited window where there's nothing?
Well, it hasn't been announced yet. They're doing 1/6, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, true. But
they do have the license for Ghostbusters, but we're not sure if it's going to be 1/6 or not. But here is Present Toys Indiana Jones, right? They came with 2 head sculpts, so I'm wondering if the Ghostbusters is going to get the same treatment where we get 2 different head sculpts to go with your figure. And this Indiana Jones is pretty cool.
That's all leather too, right?
Oh yeah, it's all leather. Generic body, but honestly, the material's nice. The head sculpts are cool. So I'm interested to see their take on what they can do with the Ghostbusters line. Because I know everybody's like saying this is blasphemy. It's third party. Here's my thoughts. Because I got the Ecto 1 coming in, right? Because I got the Ecto 1 coming in either April, May, June, whatever. But because I got that coming in, my plans is I'm gonna have those Present Toys Ghostbusters if they get released. I'm gonna have those with my vehicle, but at some point, if Blitzwave or some other licensed 1/6 scale company comes out with their version of the Ghostbusters, I'll probably repurchase them again, but put the ones third parties inside my vehicle, and that's my plan at the end of the day. Because unfortunately, I'm not gonna go and spend $4 to $5K just to get the original Ghostbusters for Blitzwave. You out of your damn mind. Because usually it's like about $8 to $10 just to get the original set with the extra. I'm like, that's a lot of sacrifice for me just to sacrifice Hot Toys just to get those. So
that's a lot of OT right there. That's a lot of OT.
That's a lot of OT. I don't think I'll be able to. Okay, so Doc Gambino with a $2 super chat right there. Que pasa, wepa? Hello, fellas. Boricua, wepa.
Oye, mi gente.
Oye, mi gente, ya tú sabes. Damn.
Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm telling you right now, that facial expression reminds me of an upscaled version, even though it's blurry, an upscaled version of the Mezco. Because the Mezco has facial expression for the Ghostbusters 1 Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of that because he has that, like he got, right? Like he saw something he wasn't supposed to, like, oh, snap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, it's good that we get a again in it. Licenses are being held over certain companies' heads, and we can't get them. Hey, listen, if you want the collection, you get it. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you already have
Lou, your mic's chopping in and out. Is that me or you?
No, it's chopping.
Am I the only one? I'm just saying I can hear every other word.
No, he's Paul Bunyan right now.
All right, I just want to make sure. I'm hearing like every other word. That's why I said that.
Let me see. So Ghostbusters Plus Collector says, I've not seen the video you're talking about. No, I'm talking about a stream that Connor and CMB were on. They were talking about this particular figure. It was, you know, pretty much a different figure. But Ghostbusters Plus Collector says, but I have the Blitzway figures and I have closely examined this picture and I'm 99% sure the suit and belt and the gadgets is Blitzway. Video on my channel. Okay, so pretty much the suit is Blitzway, but the head sculpt is new. That's what you're saying.
Nate, CMB is supposed to be sending it to me. I don't know if anyone watched the stream. CMB actually did he has a side-by-side video photo of this next to the Blitzway, and there is differences in the suit, the stitching, the name, like there are differences than just like that. The color of the suit. I'm trying to see if CMB will send it to me or to you, but he did on our stream, on not ours, Connor's. He pulled up a side-by-side of both of them, and there are differences between this one and the Blitzway, including the suit, the stitching, the zipper. Could be just because of a third party, the quality difference. I'm not saying accuracy sake of, but there's definitely differences in the suit when you look at the compared to Blitzway.
So, Mr. Mom, send me the link to that stream because I'd rather just
we broke it down pretty good. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'd rather send people over there than just take the photo and show it over here. You know what I mean? I want to send people over there. I want to support my boy Connor. And also support Mr. Mom Collectibles, man.
Yo, come your way.
Shadow. All right. But for me, this is a great opportunity. But also, I know I gotta introduce the ghost for Doc Gambino.
These gifts, as is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great feasts. Giant guns! Oh, look at
yeah, Toy Box. I've noticed it. Because your Facebook message out of nowhere told me to share my phone number out to that account. I'm like, wait a minute. Why would you be asking for my phone number? What, you want to take me out on a date or something? I don't know. I'm like, hey, like, wait, are we doing Olive Garden? I'm like, hey, I love Olive Garden, but damn.
Well, who's giving out the breadsticks?
I don't know. I just know the account was asking me for my number. I'm like, hey, pay for dinner.
Nate, I sent you the link to Connor's stream.
Okay. But yeah, Toy Box, I'm aware. Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that your account was hacked. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. Why are you randomly asking me for my number? Like, I know me and Toy Box talk, but I'm like, damn. Like, you just call me on my Facebook Messenger. I don't know why about the number thing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, do you guys hear me good now?
A little better.
A little better? All right.
Yeah. Now, again, for those saying Blitzways will just do a 2.0 of the 4-pack, I don't know if Blitzway still has the license anymore.
No, I don't. Has Blitzway ever reissued or did a 2.0 of anything?
No, not really.
So I don't think it's going to happen with this either.
The only time they did something similar is that they did another batch. And then nobody explained it on my
I saw that part. Yeah. Overseas, they did like another run of it.
Batch.
But,
Yep.
See, I was always an advocate for if they ever did, because I remember way back when CMB was talking about stuff like this, about, you know, stuff going on or whatever with the figures and maybe what they could do. I would love it if they but if they did a 4-pack from Ghostbusters 2 versus the original, because there's differences. The suits were different. They could even have them wearing the navy blue suits instead of the gray ones. They could have 2 with the slime canisters. Like, there's more play with that. And it's something different. It's still a 4-pack, but it's just a GB2 version versus a 1. So.
And his cigars and bacon is dead. Previously, if they did the 4-pack at that point, like they did with the 84 version where the special edition was Slimer, you know, supposedly the special edition for the 4-pack would have been Louis Tully.
Yeah.
You know, in the Winston, what was he? God, what suit was he wearing? But, you know, in the actual oversized suit.
He was wearing Harold Ramis's Spangler suit.
Okay, yeah. So basically he'd be wearing like an oversized suit. It would be intentionally oversized.
I'm sorry, I'm going super geeking on Ghostbusters right now.
No. I love it. Keep going. Keep talking geek to me. I love it.
Oh, all right. You want a geek fact of why I hate the Afterlife Ecto 1? You don't want to know why I hate that car so much?
Go ahead.
Because they gutted like for Ghostbusters, even though Ghostbusters 1, I grew up with Ghostbusters 2 because that came out closer to, when I was younger. So I watched that movie and then I watched the first one. It devastates me that the Ecto 1A, which is actually my favorite Ghostbusters car, I don't know if anyone knows this, that movie car is actually the Afterlife car. They gutted that car and made it the Afterlife Hero version. The Ecto 1A does not exist. That car they let rot on the set. They never restored it. And when it came time for Afterlife, the bodies of a 59 Miller Meteor are so hard to come by, they actually gutted the Ecto 1A Hero car and made it the Afterlife car.
Wow.
That's what that car doesn't exist. You can't even say, like, can they restore it? You can't restore it because it doesn't exist. It's the Afterlife one. There's actually remnants of the car still on Afterlife, parts of the bumper.
Wait a minute. Stuff. So that's the behind the scenes story of what happened to the original Ecto 1A.
The Ecto 1A sat on the lot for years. It rotted, fell apart. And then when it came time to do Afterlife, because the 59 Miller Meteor, they only made less than 100 of them. So to get an original 59 Miller Meteor is like next to nowhere. The car alone goes for like 100,000 rotted on eBay. They used the Ecto 1A, they stripped it, and then they repurposed it to make it look like the Afterlife.
Wow.
So there's actually still
sacrilege.
So you mean to tell me the Ecto 1 Afterlife
is
literally the look that the 1A is now. Like literally.
It's the car,
It's rotted out.
There's certain lights on the bumper that they left. Yeah, they let it rot. And there's actually like rivet hole. There's actually certain holes and stuff that are on the car that were from when. Remember, I had like the scoreboard and all that stuff.
Yeah, the LED, and then it had the additional sensors
they left on the car that were from the Ecto 1A. They left certain parts on there, like little rivet. Like if you're a nerd like me doing research, you would know it. But like, that car doesn't exist anymore because that's my favorite car.
Wow.
Damn,
that's right up there again, and
that's why you never see it. Like it's not restored. Like they restored the Ecto 1 years ago. They did a restore on it.
Yeah,
the 1A it's non-existent. They let it Universal Studios.
I hate hearing about things like that because just like you, I love the Ecto 1A, but then just like Flight of the Navigator. There's an actual like prop spaceship they did.
Mm-hmm.
It got so bad, Disney at one point, all they could do is they just spray painted it. If you ever go to Magic Kingdom, it's on the top of the drink stand by Buzz Lightyear's ride.
Really?
The Flight of the Navigator, the actual like half-scale filming model, it got so bad they put it out in the yard to rot. And then one day, it's like it either cost too much or they couldn't, actually furb it. So literally, they just put a Bondo in it, put a coat of paint on it, and they stuck it on top of a drink stand.
Wow.
I just want to be clear, Nate, on this photo, because CMB sent me another one. It says unknown because that was when before we knew that. So I just want to be clear because CMB, I feel bad because he sent me an updated version of it that says instead of unknown, it says present toys.
No, it's fine.
Unknown,
it's fine.
I just let you know.
No, it's fine. Everyone knows this is present toys,
but you can see there's evident differences in the.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So far, it's not a exact duplication of the Blitzway version, but maybe they have an idea what it's like a copy, and it's like Present Toys like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just make something different. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the chest pockets, you can definitely tell the tailoring is different because it almost looks like it has an under gap piece to it, whereas the original suit doesn't. The coloring is definitely different. Now the web belts, it might be a little different, or it could just be they just flipped it from one side to the other.
You know what? Ghostbusters Plus Collector. He says that the photo is different, but the figure is different because that's a proto version. But Ghostbusters says he has the original release version, and he compared it. So he's gonna send me a photo real quick.
Nice.
What I'm gonna do is Ghostbusters. I'm gonna send you my Instagram. Right? You just send me a message there if you got Instagram. Because I know most people got Instagram versus anything else.
Well, you also notice that the Present Toys one, the name badge is actually looks like it's stitched on.
Yeah.
Because it's got that fluff around the edges, meaning it was actually stitched.
That's cool. Nice little detail.
But we are aware this is going to be a Present Toys. It's going to be a Present Toys exclusive, like something different what they're doing,
Mhm.
or it's pretty much their Ghostbusters line, right? Third party. How do you feel about them doing a third party? Do you guys would take opportunity to purchase them, or would you say
100%.
no? Would you say no?
100%.
Even though it's a third
100%.
party.
100%. I already have
I
third
collect-
parties, so I'd be hypocritical
yeah.
if I said no to this.
Yeah, exactly. We collect third parties here, man. I got third party villains for my Spider-Man characters. I got third party heroes. It as long as I can enjoy the figure, it that's all that matters. You know what I mean? If I could obtain something that I actually want now and I missed out on it, and regardless if it's third party or not, and I can get it, I'm going to get it. And it's not a big deal. As long as, especially the reputation of the third party, if their third parties are pretty good, like So Toys and some other third party companies that actually make good quality figures, like as far as like the body's concerned, then the longevity on it is going to be fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. People throw big ideas, or they go crazy over it. You collect what you want.
Exactly. I mean, there was a time you could get third-party Jedi kits, which essentially included everything but a head and a body. But it came with like the leather boots, it came with a saber, it came, with the whole stuff. So it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, it might be third party, but it also fills a niche or it fills a gap that other companies' main lines aren't doing. And to go on that line, I'm kind of shocked at this point. A third-party company didn't just make these as kits, no body, no head, but basically like Ghostbuster kits.
Basically.
The Thor 2941. Nate Boricua Wepa Dominicana PR. What's up, the Thor? How you doing?
What's up, Thor?
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm with you guys. Like, it's opportunity that I can actually purchase these for a sort of decent price, even though they're not licensed. But they'll do what they must with my display. They'll be Ghostbusters. They're going to be right with my Ecto 1 Afterlife. And if someone releases a reissue or a 2.0 or a Ghostbusters 2-pack, 4-pack from Ghostbusters 2 with the dark suits, there's opportunity there. I could buy those and then have those displayed with my Ecto 1 and then put these inside my car. And then that's all. I'll pretty much put them in the gunner seat or something.
Yeah,
for the third parties anyway.
I mean, I got plans. I mean, because it was like looking at you figure, what if these go for, how much was your Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones was pretty much 200.
So you figure, let's say these things are, let's just say they're 200. That's $800 if they were like separately pieced. Obviously, you can get them for, they might be a cheaper price, but I mean, you got to think we're talking north of like $600 to $800. This is probably going to be I mean, even if it's like 170 a figure, give or take, because I know they're a figure. But there's the thing about this is what I'm interested in seeing is the cherry on top. The caveat is the Proton pack. Like for me, like I don't get super nerdy and intricate with certain things, but like the Proton pack, like they got to hit the nail on the head with this. Like the Proton pack, I'm not expecting it to be Blitzway quality, but it's got to be right up there. And that's for me. Like so that was probably the deal breaker is if like they just don't turn out to be as good. I want them to be as good as what they can be, understanding their third party.
Yeah.
But I was even thinking about if I got these, obviously we're really talking like step 10 and we're at like step 1, of seeing, we're trying to confirm whether or not the photo is even like what it is. So like we're at that stage, but like you can find pieced out parts to the Ghostbusters Blitzways. Like I've seen the Proton packs on eBay. They go for like anywhere between $50 to $60 a Proton pack, sometimes even $100. And you can find parts. So like if the Proton pack is unsatisfactory, I'll over time piece out. I mean, if this ends up being the only thing ever made, and like you said, Nate, if like somehow Blitzway or somebody makes another set, I mean, I thought Ghostbusters is my childhood, man. This is the one I'll get everything of, like 100%. Like,
true story, man. I'm the same way with Star Wars. Yeah. Like as long as it's a good 1/6 figure, I'll get it.
I got three of my 4 childhood IPs. I got RoboCop, I got Back to the Future, and I got 89 Batman. Ghostbusters is the 4th piece, so I'll go heaven and hell, man, to get something to represent as long as it's up there in terms of quality. Understanding it's third party, of course. But
no, I got you. Let me hit up Ghostbusters Plus Click. He doesn't have Instagram. I'm like, wow, most people want Instagram over Facebook, but that's cool too. So, Ghostbusters, send a message to me on Nate's Sonic Group at Facebook, right there. So I am pretty much revealing myself to the Jedi. So just hit me up over there real quick. Yeah, just let me know you're Ghostbusters Plus collector. Like, then I'll go through my message and pull your photo up. Don, how you feel about the third party Ghostbusters? It's something that collectors should delve into.
I mean, well, and this is kind of goes into my dealings prior when I came in from like Masterpiece Transformers. Now, again, just like with Hot Toys 1/6 scale Transformers Masterpiece, you're gonna have companies that are either gonna do 2.0s of a certain figure, or they're gonna tackle figures the main companies aren't touching. The big thing for a lot of original G1 fans is the Dinobots. Hasbro, Takara, they never made or indicated they were anywhere close to doing, Grimlock, Sludge Snarl, any of the main 5 Dinobots. Then you have Fans Toys, they're a third-party company, but then they start knocking out products that are better than the official, Takara or Hasbro products. But then you also, on the same boat, you have other companies that are kind of trying to fill that same niche, that void, because other companies aren't doing certain figures, but then their quality is off. They're using piss poor plastic. The engineering, wasn't fully thought out. Just other things. So third party is just like anything else. You have to investigate in, one company's not going to be the same as the other just because they both make similar products. You got to do your investigation. And like Loco said, it's your money, it's your collection. You don't have to justify anything to anybody. If a third-party company is making a figure or an accessory or whatever that you want to go on your company, in your collection, and no other company, official or not, is making it, guess what? Now you can go get what you want. And you didn't have that opportunity if that third-party company didn't make it.
Yeah, and then Ghostbusters right now for Blitzway, they only release those, either the 3-pack
or
4-pack.
And
they're going for like $3,000, $4,000. You out of your damn mind.
Exactly. I mean, if you have them, great, but exactly. That is literally, in some places, like down payment for property.
Yeah.
For 4 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put something in perspective? And everyone's gonna laugh at me. I have a beater.
Please,
no. Things I put in perspective is that one of my I have a beater truck. I have a Ford F-250, 2002. I use it as a backup vehicle. I drive it here and there. I've had a truck for 5 years. You know how much I paid for the truck? I paid $750 for the truck. All right, the one that I drive 3 or 4 days a week, $750 for my actual vehicle that I drive as a backup. And we're talking about these figures being $3,000, like perspective. Like it's the more money. The DeLorean was more money than the truck that I drive at the time. So perspective. But I mean, what's funny about this is that people were talking about, I don't know, like 89 Batman. Like, how could Hot Toys do a 2.0? At this point, I think Hot Toys can do a 2.0 of anything. Yondu, anything. I don't think anything's safe. Same with third party. Why all of a sudden is it a conversation about whether or not, I mean this, but like, Ghostbusters. Third party's been filling a void for a very long time. Look at 89 Batman. Mars Toys is capitalizing on a niche right now. They're filling a void that we're all buying them. I'm actually kind of surprised no one has done 84 Ghostbusters sooner. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Or what about like alternate versions? Potentially, like they're in the firehouse or something like that.
6 scale of the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Can you imagine that? I'd buy that in a heartbeat if someone did 1/6 scale versions of the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Like, that'd be so crazy if someone did that.
You got the little Egon's Curly Cube.
That's up a third party's alley. That's just taking the 3, scaling it up. That's a third party figure right there.
Yeah, the real Ghostbusters. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
he said it first. But dude, listen, there's a place for third parties. A lot of people who don't like it, that's fine. That's more for us who actually do like it and fill in the void because we want it in the collection. And this right here is for people like us who don't have the Ghostbusters in our collection that are fans and want to get it. And me, I would rather have the actual figures than the vehicle, just because The vehicle's not going to drive itself. You know what I mean? And it's not going to look good just by itself, in my opinion. Me, it's always the person behind the wheel, not so much the wheel. That's just me.
Yeah, another thing too. So now, Denobi did bring this up on Mafia Stream about how are the accessories going to be. So how is the Proton pack? And that Proton pack looks freaking awesome. And I would be surprised if Present Toys are able to pull it off to replicate that. And if this figure set is literally just a copy and paste of the original Blitzway, there might be opportunity there for Present Toys to knock it out of the park if they're literally doing a copy and paste situation where they're like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change up the answers. That's what they're doing. They change up the answer. They change up the head sculpt. So
now, for the lighting though on the Blitzway Proton pack, is it just like a straight light, or is it more like even the Hazlab Proton pack where you actually can see the 4 lights going?
The cyclotron
cycles.
Okay,
so you see the cycle
and the blue pulse bar goes up and down.
Okay,
so there's functionality.
All right, so it's not just like one standard LED.
Like I can see the third party being one where it just turns on. Be very frank, like where it's just solid, like kind of like if there was a crapshoot to something. Like you get an immaculate Proton pack that looks visually fantastic, but it just turns on. Like I could see that honestly, just because it's like if you had a sacrifice. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen, but
yeah. So you just get a red solid light in that area, and then a blue.
That's the difference. Like
See, Denobi mentioned his concern with these figures would be the Proton packs. The Blitzway Proton packs are so detailed with light up function. I hope we don't get a chunk of plastic. That's the thing though. If these are literally just a carbon copy of the original Blitzway, they could do the same thing with the Proton packs. I wonder how well they can pull off how to copy that. And Present Toys, they've been doing really well these past few figures. They did a fantastic job with the prototype of the Terminators, right? Both regular and battle damage. They're doing the blade, and they did the Indiana Jones, and I love the Indiana Jones. Like, damn, I'm like, it's really good. The Smile one needs some work, but honestly, the regular sculpt looks really good. I'm like, damn. So I'm looking forward to what they can pull off with the Ghostbusters.
You know what's gonna happen is it's gonna be this, right? And this is coming from the elitist fan perspective, right? You have those hardcore fans. If this thing is a straight up copy and it cycles the right direction and not the wrong direction, right? People will be happy. If it pulsates, it's going to be people are going to be happy, right? Me, I'm just happy in general. The fact that I have a second chance.
Hey, me too. That's what I'm happy about.
I'm just happy I'm getting a second chance because I'm not going to see the Proton pack like that always. You know what I mean?
So
I'm mostly going to see it in the front.
So Ghostbusters sent me the photo, and it is similar. It's really close to the Present Toys version. So here's the Present Toys, and look at the original release.
So let's just be clear. This is his actual figure.
His actual figure.
Now you go back to the other one. The one on the left that's labeled Blitzway, that was the prototype picture.
Yep.
That's not the final.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it looks exactly. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they
matter of fact, look at the bottom. I know because I'm pointing on my computer, you can't see, but even look at the breast pockets.
Yeah.
Go down on the Present Toys one. See how it's like. You see, it's like a little like underneath it. You see, it's like there's like ribbon, right? Like whatever that fabric is.
Flaps. Yeah, it's the excess flaps.
It's on the other one. It's on the real one. Check that out. Like the way it looks. I mean, it looks like it's kind of hanging like the real suit.
Nice.
Wow. So they really did a copy. I wonder if they're going to do the same thing with the Proton packs. How can they replicate the Proton packs?
It's not, dude. If foreign countries can reverse engineer drones. You can reverse engineer a piece of plastic with a few circuits in it, a few LEDs in it.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it. Like I encourage it. I want to see that happen. Come on, let's go. Let's see what happens. I want them to play the ball. I want to play game. I want them to play the game.
It's not rocket science when it comes to copy and pasting, especially when it comes to toys. There's tons of factories over on the other side of the world that do copies of everything from Mafex figures to Hasbro, Marvel Legends, Star Wars figures, even model kits. they
Yep.
will copy and paste everything, right? And if they could bring it down a smaller price, lower price tag, and still give us the the same thing we got, I'll be more than happy to take it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, some of these companies overseas, and again, I'll just jump back into Transformers, with the Masterpiece, anywhere from 3 to 6 months after a figure releases, you'll get the knockoff versions, from Hong Kong. The screwed up thing is, like 60 to 70% of the time, if you're buying one of these knockoffs, like any engineering or design issues that were in the original mold, the knockoff company actually corrects it. And a lot of times the materials and the plastic the knockoff company uses is actually superior to what Hasbro and Takara are using. And you're paying literally half the price of the official figure.
Yeah, so, like Fans Project stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, see,
like
I'd love to have Denobi like break down the Proton pack, because I'm looking at a photo of the Blitzway Proton pack like by itself, and like I said, anyone who has it in the chat, I mean, by all means, step in. It does look like, and I mean, I'm not saying I have a real one. I have one I built that was made out of aluminum and fiberglass, but for this one, it looks like it would mostly just be a big plastic shell. The ribbon cable, the hoses, yes, they would be second like add-ons. But it looks like it'd be mostly plastic that's just painted to replicate. I don't think there's any metal on this. It's all probably just all plastic that mostly would be a single mold. And then you would have the ribbons added on, the hoses. You paint up whatever it has to be.
So
there's an Alice frame also that gets added.
Another thing I want to say, like I want to what's the word? I'm sorry, I'm tired. I only have 4 hours of sleep. I want to reiterate what I was saying earlier. The only reason why I encourage third parties to jump in and give us a figure that we do crave is because no one's doing it, and the only ones available is for $3,000, $4,000 on freaking eBay. That is ridiculous, and that's annoying. So I'm cool with Present Toys giving us a third party, a more affordable version of where we could just jump in and get Ghostbuster figures to our liking and to have them displayed, because it's ridiculous. Like that's a lot of hot toys I need to just sacrifice just to get the Ghostbusters line, and I'm already getting.
How many Hulkbusters is that? How many Hulkbusters is that? 3 or 4?
I think that's 2 Hulkbusters, right? For 3,000, yeah, close. So 3,000 for a set, right? For Ghostbusters, that is
that's on the low end.
That's a low, that's the low end. So that's pretty much That's pretty much like a Hulkbuster and a half.
Yeah.
Realistically, when you're out the door, you're probably looking at 2 to 3 Hulkbusters. I mean, if to get a good set, everything out the door, you're probably 3 Hulkbusters.
Yeah, I don't want to spend 3 Hulkbusters to get the 4-pack from Blitzway. You out of your damn mind.
And again, you're not even including any vehicle yet.
Yeah.
And you're already at almost $4,000. Now bring in a vehicle, so you're at $7,000. Then you probably have to go get some more Maja cases, or you're going to have to build your own muscle rack. Because even again, if you're building a muscle rack like Mr. Mom, again, it's not necessarily like you're saving money in the long run, but also at the same time, you're putting sweat equity into those cases because those don't build themselves. So there's a trade-off to either or. You do Maja cases, you're going to pay for them. But, they're a little easier to obviously build because all the parts are there for it. But also on the flip side, you're going to save money. You build your own muscle racks, but you got to design everything. You got to make sure the cuts are right. Everything lines up. You screw something up, you got to redo it, So.
No. I mean, the thing about this, I think that, how do I say this without insulting anybody? So forgive me. I'm trying to say it the right way. Like anybody who recently bought these, like, I almost think there's going to be some denial if anyone who recently bought these things are going to be like, well, blow it up. I mean, you got to feel a little salty about it that these are coming out after.
Not really.
Well, no, what I mean by that though, Nate, is, but what I mean is,
go ahead.
I would still buy these though if I had the 4-pack because I would want to put them in the car.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's what I'm trying to say. That's my. And then the other thing is the Proton packs. You could stack them on the gurney.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say is like either like if I had just bought this set like aftermarket price, whether it's $1,000, $1,500, I feel a little salty. I would not lie. Like, oh damn, this just happened. But then like my process would be I would want the 4 displayed with the Proton packs because that's me. I'd want them all grouped up with the Proton packs, like with the streams and everything, like the Blitzway. And if I had the car, which would be the 84 one, I'd have these guys inside the car and put the proton packs in the gurney.
Exactly. And if you already got the 4-pack special edition set, you already got like the little police closing.
That's what I mean. So it's like, it doesn't
you
hurt.
put that in front of the truck.
He said he would dabble them if they were right.
So Hot Toys Online says, Nate, if you paid 4K and these went up, you would be mad. No, not really, because Lamau. No, I wouldn't be mad, because the way I see it, let's say I have a collector friend comes in and he's aware of 1.6, and he looks at it's going to be the similar situation with Jazzy. You buy the Batmobile for $1,500, $2,000, and your collector friend comes in and look at the Batmobile. Oh, hey, look at that! You get the Batmobile from '89. Is that the Jazz Inc. or Hot Toys? That's a Jazz Inc. So it'll be a flex move situation there. Like
same thing with the Vulture.
Same thing with the Vulture. Same thing with the Ghostbusters. Right? That'd be a conversation piece with other collectors. Not per se with the normies, the uninitiated, but more say about the collectors. Like let's say Local Luke comes in and he sees that. I'm capping. Is that a cap? What's that?
Did someone give you a cap?
Oh, I thought Allah gave me a cap. He gave me a cap. Yo, wait a minute. I gotta throw this line over here. Let me see. Who has taught you these lies with that cap, bro? Who taught you these?
Who has taught you these lies?
Got another one.
Barrett cap. Oh my God.
No, see, when Hot Toys,
True collector regrets nothing. I like that.
No regrets.
Rule number 99. A true collector regrets nothing.
Here's the thing, and everyone can agree with me on this. Everyone, one or more times in their life, had overpaid for an item that either got reissued or got a 2.0. And they felt the salt, but they're still not regretting what they have in their hands because they bought it for that momentum. Even if they never did it again,
the X09,
they have it.
And I got the new
one.
The
X09, you got the new one coming. Dude, I got a Vulture, and Hot Toys teased theirs, and that's going to be dropping, and that has articulated wings in the sense that I can actually function it the way Captain Falcon looks like. You know what I mean? Which is
no regrets.
Awesome.
No regrets, guys. No regrets.
So, like, this is a part of collecting. You're gonna have reissues, 2.0s, and you're gonna have another company, come and give you another version of the same exact character, and it's up to you whether or not you're gonna buy it or not. And if you're not gonna buy it, it's a win for everybody. It's a win for everybody, because it's all about timing, and sometimes time is not on our side.
Well, another thing too, Local Lou, I would understand if somebody is pissed off if this was a licensed reissue. This set, this Present Toys version is not a licensed reissue; it's a third party.
Yeah.
Right? It's a third party. Now, if this was a similar situation like the Mark 47, where people literally spent $1,500 to $2,000 the night before it got reissued. Now that's a different story.
Oh, yeah.
You got a licensed reissue that just happened the night after you spent $2,000. That's a different situation right there compared to a third-party copy of the original license set. You can come out and say, yes, this is the original license set. I bought the 4-pack, and the 4-pack and 3-pack comes with special accessories that this probably won't come with. But that's yet to be seen. But either way, you still have that flex move where you say, even though if you're into that, the whole flex move for conversation, like, no, I did spend the $3,000 to get the original set.
Now, I was just gonna say, so what if they give you accessories or they do things that the Blitzway version didn't come? Say they do all 4 versions, and like one of the accessory packs you get the little the Super Nintendo control board that basically is the control for the Statue of Liberty. And
part 2.
That's
but the thing is, though, is the face sculpt.
You're going continuity errors right now. That's
But I mean, his face sculpt is a continuity error, though.
What'd you say?
The face sculpt is a continuity error. That's what.
Pretty sure
Well, that doesn't hold no water when you talk in third parties.
I know. But I mean, I kind of like though.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and the thing is too with these, I'm gonna go with you guys. You either want to put these in the car, or if you're gonna have somebody that potentially will build display, like diorama displays. And again, I know I keep going back to 2 because just like Mr. Mom, I grew up watching that more. What if somebody creates their own like 3D printed Statue of Liberty head, and they put all 4 of them in there for like a display piece?
That you're talking about a kitchen table. You're talking about a kitchen table, Don.
It's like
But-
N1 status.
No, you can put that in a
Yes,
mod case.
more than N1. That's bigger than N1. And I'm gonna tell you this, that's getting all the tips out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about
Well,
the main.
I would
window
love it
portion.
if Present Toys, if this came to fruition and it was a hit, I would love it if they could get away with some Ghostbusters 2. And like I
Slime
said,
blowers?
have them in the navy blue suits with Christmas hats.
Slime blowers.
Yes.
Slime blowers. I need slime
And have
blowers.
them in the
Please.
Christmas hats. Like
Oh, and they get
Christmas-
the accessories like the lasers when they're in the crystal store.
Mhm.
That too.
And then they
you
had
have-
Of course,
their
Santa,
own,
Santa hats. You have to have Santa
Yep.
hats though.
Yeah,
and then they had their own special night vision. Like the spectral vision goggles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See,
obviously
I'm
we're
not
talking
mad at
step
it.
10. We're at step like 0.5. Right? Like,
Yeah.
right, in terms of seeing what's going on right now. We're,
Yeah, keep talking, guys. I'm setting up a
Yeah.
poll right now for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but I mean,
here's
this
the
is
thing. you just be happy, because here's the thing. This is an IP, right? That is 2 generations old, right? 3 generations, bugging. And we're basically, the kids that grew up watching this, or the kids of the adults who watched this, and we fell in love with it too. Finally, someone's given us a second chance at getting it. We should
Exactly.
all have it. We should all have it and enjoy it, because here's the thing. Mr. Mom could relate to me. When we have our daughters and we're watching our stuff, they partake in our enjoyment, and therefore they enjoy it too. If we watching Spider-Man movie, they see it, they know who Spider-Man is, they know who Green Goblin is, they know who's everybody, and they're enjoying what we're enjoying, and they see the joy when we watch it. Same thing with Ghostbusters. My daughter knows who Slimer is. My daughter knows who Marshmallow Man is, Stay Puft, right? It's all about sharing that magic. You know what I mean? And in the 6-scale game, it's no different to me. It's sharing the magic. It's sharing that love, that nostalgia factor. Hot Toys is not, touching this. Blitzway is not necessarily touching this anymore, from what we understand, because of whatever restrictions is happening. Let us have it. Give it to us, please. Third party, let it happen. Just bring it.
Yep.
Just bring it. Bring it. The wallet. Listen, I will open up my wallet and sacrifice something else to get these.
You mean a Hulkbuster?
Hulkbuster.
Listen, I'll sacrifice a Hulkbuster to get these in my collection, and that's because it's 4 figures versus 1 big figure.
Here's the thing. I have not pre-ordered any third party as of late, and I knew it was for a reason. God knew it was for a reason. Like, hey, hold off, don't you pre-order that third party, because something's coming, and it was the Ghostbusters. Like, God knew. God had faith. He was like, no, have the faith, my guy. Have the faith. Just slow down the pre-ordering third party. There's something coming. I'm like, why do I stop pre-ordering third parties? Because God wanted me to pre-order the Ghostbusters third parties. And
I slowed down on my third party. The only third party I went all in on, I went all in on Batman, 89 Batman, the Riddler, the I went all in on that. I have other than that though, I was holding.
See,
off.
I still need to get that Joker, the
Mars 89,
Mars 89 Joker. I need to get that Joker, especially the one where where does he get those wonderful toys? I love that. You know what I mean? Like I want to get that. That's like the first time, the second time they see each other face to face, literally face to face, and he just like coming up with his beautiful one-liners. Like that's awesome. But dude, what a time to be a collector. Let's just say that. What a time to be a collector.
Oh,
you got new things and old things, and it's just looking great. I
mean, just real quick. I mean, it used to be third-party companies. They would go in and they would do like the side characters. Again, we're talking about Mars Toys. Hot Toys does 89 Joker, and they did 89 Batman. So in the past, normally, a third-party company, let's just say like Present Toys, they wouldn't focus on Joker. They'd focus on somebody like Bob. or they'd focus on, you know, the guy that fought Batman in the Cathedral Tower, where Batman basically, you know, leg thrust him into the belt. Yeah.
Was it Swordsman?
No,
yeah,
it wasn't the Swordsman.
Was it? No, the Swordsman.
That was before.
That was in the alley.
Yeah.
Swordsman was in the alley.
But yeah, that'd be like the type of characters that third-party companies would do. It's like the accessory pieces, where, you know, the big companies would, or the license company would do the main attractions, but this company would be like, okay, our niches, we're going to be able to get the accessory. But it's gotten to the point, it's not that the market is saturated, it's that media is so saturated right now with so many different IPs, so many different characters. It's like they now have the ability, even as a third-party company, to start taking on projects that, you know, the big boys wouldn't touch. You know?
So I want to bring up Big Dog Pound One's question before we move on to our next piece of discussion, because we're hitting an hour in now. Big Dog Pound One brought up earlier, are you guys buying the Ghostbusters figures to flip, or do you actually like them? And all I have to say is, make it hot!
Got your stick? Oh! Heat him up! Make him hot! Ready! Let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown.
I'm glad you did that. You did that. I told you.
You want me to leave you with one more Ghostbusters nerd fact of that clip, and then we'll move on? One more fact.
Okay,
which one?
Go ahead.
Let's go.
The Proton pack. That scene when you saw Peter turn around and flip his gun on, and his bar graph goes up and down. That was actually, that's a Wacom bar graph from a fighter plane, a fighter jet, a Vietnam fighter jet, and it's like, it goes for like $3,000 nowadays. You can't find those.
Wow.
And his all the Proton packs, they couldn't afford them. His pack was the only one that had it, and they gave him in that scene to turn it on. All their other lights just stay stagnant. They couldn't afford those bar graphs, so that was the only scene we see heated up and he turns it on. That's the only time you see that bar graph actually functional, because they couldn't afford it for the other packs.
Wow.
It's Milla time. We neutronized her.
Yeah.
You know, it's something about Back to the Future and Ghostbusters when you have a bunch of junk made to function to actually work and do something. One is a time machine, and another one is to trap ghosts. And
well, that was I think
that's what makes them magical. I love it.
Yeah, but that's like the core element of some of the best parts of, like, from 84 to 88, 89. Like, all the, like, one of the core elements of all these movies, like Loco's saying, is like you have nobodies or people, you know, with skill, but they're literally taking nothing and building it into everything. You know, like another one is remember the Explorers?
Dude,
like that. It's like, I'm getting that, you know, it's that same thing. It's like you build it and
it's basically discovery. That's basically
exactly
discovery, and, you know, like building it is part of the journey. And dude, I'm sorry, like you couldn't watch Ghostbusters and Back to the Future and not think, I'm living in one of the greatest times in the world. You know what I mean? You're seeing something that is dated, but it still holds weight because it's like cemented in time. You know what I mean? It's like a Western. You know, Westerns only happen in a Western, right? A samurai flick only happens in a samurai flick. You know what I mean? You have the armor, you have the horses. You know, that's a period piece. This is a period piece, and people still love it to this day.
So I'm going to bring this up real quick. Some people are asking, would we purchase a third-party vehicle? And it could be a third-party Ghostbusters, actual Ghostbusters third-party, like a clean version of the Ghostbusters Ecto 1A, right? For me, I would not necessarily go and buy a third-party vehicle unless I'm aware of the quality of the company. Like if it just some Joe Schmo just comes out of nowhere with an Ecto 1A version third party, I'll be like, okay, what is your history? What can I go back on to see it? Because I don't want a situation where I get it and then a month later it just gets destroyed. It just disintegrates in front of me within a month. You know, at least, you know, I have the Hot Toys tumbler. I have Hot Toys vehicles all over the place in my house. You know, the swoop bikes as the scout bike, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I would like to see where the quality is. At the Ecto 1 I purchased, the Afterlife, that's Blitzway. I've seen videos where Blitzway did a fantastic job with these vehicles, right? So for me, I'm like, I need to know the history behind that third party before I jump into that vehicle situation. You know what I mean? Now, a figure is a different story, but a vehicle, that's a big risk.
I mean, with a third-party vehicle, if you're even contemplating that, it almost might be more beneficial, especially if you have like a 3D printer, is for you to buy the STL files. And then for basically you potentially to make it on your own. Now that way, if there's any issues, you can actually fix it as you're going along.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like I said, it's one of those things. It's time, money, and convenience. It's like you might not be spending the money up front, but you're spending it in time, your effort, blood, sweat, and tears, all that thing. But again, like a third-party vehicle, I mean, unless it was something small like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this, though. I know people who have done like 3D prints and like one-offs. They actually made like part of the Ford Taurus for RoboCop, where it's actually like they do the scene from the poster where he's stepping out of the door. I mean, something like that would probably be my limit to where I would even look at it. Anything above that.
Hell, even that Bat Cycle that came out for
the Flash.
That thing was breaking down all over the place. From what I remember,
it depends. It really depends. Like everything that Nate said, Don said, prices also plays a factor. A lot of people will upcharge this and then it doesn't stand the test of time. And that's the thing. You know what I mean? It has to stand the test of time. And I don't know. I can't say yes or no to that question. If they make a third party, if it's diecast, maybe. That's leading me more to it because it's diecast, and you can't make a crappy diecast vehicle. You should not. That's sacrilege.
And let me see. 8-bit. No, I'm not getting mines in because I didn't get the email, so I'm in the back burner. These two are getting it this week apparently, so guilty.
Dude, I can't wait. I am so happy. You have no idea.
I mean, best I can do is I'll see I'll see one of the real reproduction ones when I'm at Universal next week. So,
that's funny, man.
But hold up, Mr. Mom's on. Are you gonna give us a detailed how to when it comes to putting on lights into this bad boy?
Yeah.
Because I need to know the pieces that I need to make mines. I
already got various.
Oh, he got it ready. Let's see.
I bought mods for the car, so I got zip ties, I got decals and stuff. I got the Goodyear decals for tires.
Nice.
Wow.
So
nice.
Because as much as I love the Hot Toys car, I mean the Hot Toys DeLorean, it is inaccurate on some things. Just some things I noticed, but like these are like the dry rub for the Goodyear to make the tires look more accurate. And then there's just various decals and stuff that are missing on the car. They're high grade. They're not like cheap little stickers, but there's various points on the car that are missing. So I'm gonna do a couple videos on this stuff, and then I got the lighting to do the EL rope and stuff like that. So I'll do that as well.
Yeah, the EL rope is what I'm interested in.
Yeah. So I got that. I got that going as well.
Dude,
nice.
I can't wait.
All right, guys. So let's move on to our next subject, and I think we have about an hour, about 50 minutes to cover this up. So you know me. I'm loving premium edition Transformers, and to Don, they're action masters. I get it. They can't transform for crap. The only one I can transform, honestly, is that it's the Threezero Ravager, right? That comes out of Soundwave. That's the only thing that's a transformer.
That's the only transformer.
Well, I mean, at this point, I'll be honest. Why have they not made more of his tapes? Because I mean, you've got all we have is Ravage. There's Laserbeak. There's there's
Rabbit,
Frenzy,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
Rumble.
yeah.
There's the Japanese versions. There's the Stegosaurus. There's the in the Rhino. There's basically the Japanese versions of blasters, Autobots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, sell those for 2-packs for $100 a piece, and those things would sell like hotcakes.
That's true. I was really hoping that they would release the premium edition Soundwave at this point because we sold prototypes of it before. But I don't know what happened with that. But they gifted us a different premium edition. The freaking Nemesis Prime, baby! It's coming out, and I know some people are waiting to repurchase this because it got waitlisted real quick. The original set, the original 12-inch version. This is the 19-inch version, the premium edition. This is coming home because 1, it's Optimus Prime. 2, I have the Megatron Knight version from Revenge of not Revenge of the
Last Night.
The Last Night, thank you. Whatever the freaking Babe titles, the last one, right? And I would like to pair him with this Nemesis Prime because I have Optimus Prime and my Bumblebee premium edition together. So they could be facing off each other. So that'd be pretty cool. So yes, Nemesis Prime. This is coming home, guys. This is coming home.
Yeah, I mean, I love Transformers, and like you say, I know we joke it's Action Master, but when I see this, I originally thought at first, I didn't see the Decepticon logo. I thought, wait, they're doing, Sleep Mode, aka Dead Convoy from the '86 movie. But if this sells well, I think they might actually do that because that is like the most logical step. And if anyone has seen the Takara Sleep version, it's literally a gray masterpiece Optimus Prime, and his trailer is clear to indicate, it's an action figure of a dead Optimus Prime, but it's an awesome one. It was under the old 1.0 Takara MP line. So that dude is literally almost quarter scale figure size.
Dude, this looks great. Now, remember, guys, premium editions are not 1/6. It's the closest they can do. Because a 1/6 version will be pushing 40 inches, between 30 and 40 inches tall. And this is only 19 inches tall. So they got to make do what they can.
This is that NECA scale, that weird 7-inch line kind of scale. Like it fits more with a 7-inch line than it does with a 6-inch line. Just going off of the Bumblebee.
Yeah. Nate, CMB said, I was talking to CMB. He goes, tell Nate for me. He goes, CMB is getting this day one. He goes, he loves some Transformers.
Oh yeah. I know. I don't want to miss
for life.
Dude, I don't want to miss this because last time a Nemesis Prime came out, it went waitlist. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that to happen to me again. This may have to be a day one pre-order for me because I don't want to play games with this piece.
I'm just thinking though, again with Rise of the Beast coming out. Imagine if we get like Skylinks and then they do a Skylinks figure.
Ooh.
Because I mean, I'm just thinking about it. Like literally, he's like that one Transformer, especially Call of the Primitives, who's like literally a beast in the OG Transformers. So I just think we may be getting some other callbacks, and they'd be perfect for the premium format. But like that would probably be the biggest and most expensive premium format they did for Transformers. Because it's a space shuttle walking on a cargo ramp that turns into a Puma.
Dude, that would be very interesting if they go for it. And also, yes, Luis, thank you. Hulk smash that like button, y'all. And you need to hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. And continue enjoying the show. For me, I will be very interested to see which they will go with premium edition wise for the next Beast Wars, next Transformers movie, Beast Wars coming out. I wonder if they're going to give us the Optimus version of that movie, because what I'll do is I'll keep the premium edition version of what I have as the space version, as the Cybertron version, and the one that comes out from Beast Wars, that'll be my Earth version. That's what I plan on doing.
Dude, I just want me an Optimus Primal and the Cheetor. That's it. That's really what I want. I already missed out on B. I missed out on Prime. I want my Cheetor. I want my Primal. And this is going to be awesome because he's huge. If you've seen the trailer, he's massive. And I can't wait. I really can't wait.
That's reverse mass shifting. Yeah, it's reverse mass
That's
shifting.
what she said. That's what
I mean,
she
we
said.
already know for a fact, like you said, well, we're getting Cheetor, we're getting Air Razor, obviously Optimus Primal. I think like Rat Trap is kind of almost guaranteed because they did previews and his symbol was like on some glyph. Now, I just hope, but I don't think we were going to see him. I don't think we're going to get Dinobot. And I think that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Dinobot was one of my favorites. I think that was my first Transformer. Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched the first seasons of Beast Wars, I think that was season 2 of Beast Wars, because there's only 3 seasons of Beast Wars, and then we talk about there's Beast Wars seasons. We don't talk about Beast Wars.
Oh yeah,
Beast Wars. Season 2 of Beast Wars. My boy, I think that was my first Transformer that I freaking like cried my eyes out because he, sacrificed a good fight to save humanity, and he took on Megatron. He didn't even take on Megatron. He took on the
he took on Autocons.
Predacons. He took on all the Predacons. He even took out what's that crazy one with the tank bug? What's his name?
No. Inferno.
Not Inferno. That's the end. The tank crab. The tank crab.
Oh, Rampage.
Rampage. He took on Rampage and blew his ass up. Like Rampage was like Rampage. You don't mess with Rampage. Dinobot went in like, you're gonna come in with this tank? I got you, homie. Take this tree trunk. Yet, boom, blew that guy up. I was like, bruh, that my boy went in. Born a warrior, died a hero. Dinobot, bro. Dinobot. Rest in peace, Dinobot. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I mean, for this movie, I want to see how they're going to introduce or bring in the story with the Voyager probes and the Golden Disc, because again, you didn't watch Beast Wars. The real life Voyager missions, which carry the Golden Discs going on out of our solar systems on different ways. Yeah, there's an actual Golden Disc, which is a record. There's instructions how to play. There's an actual pin to play it. And that is basically the essential, one of the main plots of Transformers Beast Wars. So I hope that plays in the movie, but I don't think so. But the thing is, though, Nemesis Prime is an actual character. This version we could potentially see, because we saw, the bad version of, Prime when,
last night, yeah.
Basically auto-converted him, but that's not Nemesis Prime. Like, again, if you've watched the cartoon Transformers Prime, Nemesis Prime is an actual robot built by humans. They've just basically stole some of Optimus Prime's algorithms to control it.
So somebody's sending me their version of their purchase Optimus Prime. Who is this? That's one of the babies.
That's the OG.
Yeah.
One of the is that Revenge of the Fallen? That might be.
I can't tell from here.
The chest paneling might look like Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, that looks good though. Let me see. I don't know why, but Tyratron was my dude. Tyratron was my
Oh yeah,
the one with honor, bro. That guy, he was the only one that didn't go crazy with with Megatron's signal, and he taught the other primals. Not the primals. Let's see. There's Predacons, and then there's the
Maximals.
Maximals. Thank you. He taught the other Maximals, hey guys, you gotta be one with your nature. Be one with your animal forms, okay? And he was the only one that taught him down. It bothers me how, because they were trying to wrap things up in season 3 to where they had to rush the Maximal's deaths all over the place. And unfortunately, Tyratron Air Razor Fusion, he died so quickly. I'm like, he was an overpowered dude. Like, why did he get kills off? So I get it, because they had to rush the season 3. I wish they did season 4 so they didn't have to rush season 3 like they did, because right after Megatron got his dragon form, that's when everything went all to hell as far as
Transmetal 2 Beast Wars Megatron.
I wish they did a better job with it.
But plus then they brought the whole rapture, and the Covenant of Privacy, the whole religious prophecy aspect to it. So
after that, everything went downhill. But still Speed Wars is still holds a good place in my heart. I used to watch that every morning. My dad used to wake me up right before school at 6, 7 in the morning, and Fox Kids or something like that. I can't remember what channel
I
it
remember
was.
that Fox Kids.
Dude, yeah, my dad used to wake me up with my brother, like, "Hey, Beast Force, come on," and then we watch every episode every day. He used to record everything for me on VHS. If I missed a morning, he would have it recorded VHS so we could watch it after school. So good times, man. Good freaking times. Beast Wars to the max.
Dun, 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 yeah. Dun, 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 Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And then you had that keypad outside.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Oh god, good times. Good time. I have all 3 seasons on DVD. I never got them on Blu-ray, but if they ever did a Blu-ray again or a collection thing, I'll probably repurchase it just to get them on Blu-ray. But either way, guys, I just want to hit this up. Also, there's other photos here. Ooh. So he was sending me more of his collection tour.
Nice.
Oh wow! So he has that, and then he has this Marvel setup here. Wow! Let me show this off real quick. Look at that! Wow! Nice setup right here.
That's nice.
You got the muscle racks. Wow!
Yep.
Racks on stacks on stacks on racks.
Oh, like that. He got Logan. He got Logan over there, all bloodied up.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's good. I can't wait to get that Logan from Days of Future Past. Val Damage, Mark 85, Doctor Strange, new.
Just real quick though. Speaking of because we were talking about reissues, so obviously we know Deadpool 3 is going to have Logan in it. What are what are the chances though that they're going to basically, they're going to maybe use Cable's time traveling device, but they go to like obviously the different universes. What if we potentially see reissues of old Wolverine figures, like Days of Future Past Armor Wolverine, but updated?
It's possible, but I don't know. It depends on what the suit design is going to be, because from what we know, a cosplayer really did a mock-up of what he thought the suit would look like, and Fox was like, "Yeah, that's more or less what we're going for." So we may not see the same exact one as a reissue. Maybe they'll stick to the new because it may draw in that want for comic book accuracy, or close to, at least. Because remember, we're talking Deadpool, and Deadpool, they give us more comic book accuracy than the X-Men universe ever had.
Yep.
If you look at Colossus, you look at Juggernaut, those 2 CGI masterpieces. And the reason why I call them masterpieces is because it's like, how would they look like in the real world? And that's exactly how I see it. Juggernaut's tied up. He's in his yellow outfit versus being in the burgundy one. And his yellow outfit just so happens to be a prison outfit. It makes sense.
Civil War Cap here, the Black Panther, the original one. I have mine just like that. I display with his head sculpt, and also I have him with one of the gauntlets, the Endgame gauntlets. Yeah, that looks good. Wow,
that's very nice.
Obviously, Hot Toys can make figures from the new Wolverine game. Oh yeah, we were hoping.
I'm waiting for a PS5 Logan Wolverine.
Yeah,
game. Like the advanced suit Spider-Man or whatever. How they went all in on that PS4.
Oh, the Venom coming out with the new game too, bro. Yep. No, not even Cal Kestis from his new freaking Jedi Survivor. Let's go. Let's go with God.
Hot Toys could give us the Midnight Suns.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A lot of new designs for current characters are there. Plus, whatever is going on with the story itself. When you talk about certain characters being possessed, right? Like these designs are awesome. I would love to see them in action figure form. Wolverine suit, Iron Man's, Spider-Man's. I love the way Spider-Man's look. It looks like they took some from the MCU and from the advanced suit and combined them to make the newer suit.
So I wanted to bring this up. So I know Jazz Inc. They got their Batwing coming out too. but then someone else asks 1.6, not coming out. It is coming out, right? Is it up for purchase or something again?
Well, yeah, like the video we saw and watched, that was basically like his final production sample where he was showing you how he can mount it to the wall.
Yeah,
and but I mean, buyer beware. If you get the Batwing, I would not mount that to the wall. There are too many potentials for that to fall in over itself.
That'd be a little bit too excessive for me. If I was gonna get the Batwing, I'd probably try and display it on a table or something in that nature versus put it on a wall. So 1.6 Star Wars Pimpazoid asks, can't decide if I want to order the Jazzing Snowspeeder or not. Only 2 more days to decide before the pre-orders close. But I'll definitely order N-1 if it drops. If the Snowspeeder is your favorite vehicle to go with your Snowspeeder Luke or your
nothing else.
well, you could kit bash yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean kit bash, but nothing else sufficient to put in it.
Yeah, you could kit bash a Luke. You could kit bash a Red 2. You know, it's up to you. No, Rogue 2, right? Yeah. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. But honestly, for me, there's a lot too many sacrifices right now. I need to wait for that N1 to drop, so I can make my decision on whether or not I'm going to get any other vehicles. But Snowspeeder, I'm cool with just keeping Snowspeeder Luke. That's just for me. I usually just go for my favorite vehicles at that point, or something to that nature that I have figures to go with it.
I would get the Snowspeeder. I wanted the Snowspeeder so bad, but I got nowhere to put it.
Yeah, exactly. Too. Like, where are you gonna put it?
Yeah, nowhere to put it because, all right, I already.
That's a small vehicle too.
Yeah, but it's wide.
Yeah,
it has like it has the same issue with Tumblr. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna have it resting on the the flat surface you're gonna have it on. You're gonna actually have it levitated, right? Whether it be with risers or string or whatever, and it's gonna command space. So, with that being said, it's a vehicle. You're gonna have to sacrifice some type of shelf space for it, and it's the same thing with the N-1 Starfighter. Where am I gonna put it?
Yeah, that's outside. Look how wide it is, and that's Adobe right there. Look at that.
Oh, wee little man! Look how he fits into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful prop. It's a beautiful prop. I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful. I want it, but don't have the space for it.
I like Dark Helmet's comment here. Best way to display the N1 is to get and enclose a clear table and still be able to use it as your dinner table. LOL.
You know what? That would be great, but I don't know how everyone else will feel about it. I know all my friends will love it.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is, again, if anyone knows Regal Robot and some of the products they produce, they actually do have like a coffee table that is literally, it's an open, all glass closed partition portion, but it's of a diorama of the Falcon flying through canyons, from Empire. That is like, I think $3,800. So yeah, I mean, just if you're gonna think about something like that, look at actual coffee tables that are meant to be as like display pieces, because you might think it's gonna look one way in your head, but when you actually see it, it's gonna look totally different. I mean, a coffee table as a display piece, it has to be the right figure to display, because not every figure or vehicle can be pulled off in a coffee table display.
Yeah, like a coffee table display, when I think of one, it will be something along the lines of Ecto 1 or a Batmobile. You know.
So, okay.
This is Halo Warrior.
Yeah, because people didn't watch the video on Denobi. This is a Halorian collection tour. So, mini collection tour with Denobi, featuring his collection, because he was talking about the Batmobile. He was getting in-hand look of how the Batmobile is going to be and how he feels that it's going to be updated. This was a sort of a small little Halorian collection tour. Denobi does not own the Snowspeeder. Denobi feels he used the like Matt says, just had a voiceover hella saying, "I expected bigger. It's bigger than I expect. I thought it was gonna be bigger or something." And then he's like, "But not bad." So Denobi feels this ain't bad. So because he used that part of the line towards the snow speeder. But it's not bad. It's just again, it's a lot of money and also it's wide. So you got to figure out where you're going to put it. So
yeah, just wait till this sells out, and then he does the special edition Kenobi air speeder.
Yeah.
Now with hidden compartments to put everyone in.
Signed by Mark Hamill.
Yeah, let me show you what he was talking about.
Nice collection.
Odin's treasures.
Fake.
This stuff in here is fake. Weak. Smaller than I thought it would be. That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so let's move on, guys. What was he? So there's only 30 minutes left. That's right.
N-1.
The N-1 Starfighter. All right. So let me put the votes up. Actually, you know what? The votes. I had the votes completed already for the Blitzway discussion. Yeah. Which Ghostbusters would you buy now? 27 minutes in, 83 votes. 60% say Blitzway aftermarket. 34% says present toys third party. And 51% says I don't collect Ghostbusters. So damn.
So what was the numbers again? Hold on.
So the vote question was, which Ghostbusters would you buy now? Would you buy the Blitzway's aftermarket? That's the only way to get the Blitzway versions. It's the aftermarket, 60%. Present Toys third party, which will be up for pre-order soon, 34%. And then 51% say I don't collect Ghostbusters.
I mean, like we say, Ghostbusters, it's a niche community. Like you can love them, but are you going to put the money up? I mean, again, I think like the Proton pack from Hazlab, I thought it was great, but also at the same time, I'm not that, like, I'm never going to cosplay as a Ghostbuster. So it's kind of like it.
How dare you say that? How dare you?
I'm just being honest.
I cosplay as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, dude, just because it fits me.
Well, but the thing is, like, for me, it's like, it's like I don't want to wear the Proton pack. It's, again, that's not me, but at the same time, these people who are fans, they're also varying levels. Are people gonna be willing to spend the $3,000 for the Ecto one? Are they gonna spend the money for to try and find a 4-pack on the open market? Or are they going to just say, you know what, I'm a fan, but I'm not a super fan. This is adequate for me with the present toys. So, I mean, that's like every fan base. You're going to have people who are fans, but they're not going to shell out big money. And then you have fans who are super fans, and they're going to shell out for everything. It doesn't matter what franchise. It's Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, DC, every gamut up and down the line.
Dude.
Too damn big. There you go. All right, I got 4 options for you guys for the will the N-1 Starfighter be released? I got 4 options for you on the votes. Ask community. There you go. All right, guys. Time to Nate. Who's in the panel is getting the Ecto one? Guilty, and also CMB. He's also getting it too.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I got the popcorn one. I got the popcorn Ecto one with some figurines.
Yeah, I got other Ecto ones up there, but I don't.
I got the popcorn one as well.
I have a 1/8 scale Ecto one if I ever get a chance to finish it. If Eagle Moss,
oh my
I get the
god!
parts.
Yeah, you got the email. Did you respond to it?
Oh, yeah, of course I did. I'm only
at this point.
I'm only 15 issues away from finishing it. Of course, I'm going to respond.
Yeah, it's like you just want to finish it to say, you know what? Screw you! I finished it. Right?
Yeah, I do, and I spent over $1,200 on it. So yeah, screw you. I want to finish.
Yeah. I want to delve more into the Ghostbusters situation, but we only got 34 minutes. So let's get started with the N-1 Starfighter. We only got about 28 minutes left. I do want to end like around 8:10 because I do want to head out and get to work as soon as possible because I'm like I need to get some energy in me because I only have 4 hours. All right, Let me see. And also, I'm going to be doing overtime today as well. Oh, God. OT for the AC. Okay. Where's the posting? Okay. So, a few days ago, not even a few days ago, this weekend, like I think either yesterday or Friday, there was posts coming out left and right on freaking N-1 Starfighter releases, but not the N-1 Starfighter from Hot Toys, but a statue company came out with their version of the N-1 Starfighter.
Iron Studios. Yep.
Iron Studios. And I'm here like, dear God.
The Iron Studios theory is back into effect.
They're capitalizing on the hype because this is just a few days. They put this up a few days before the actual release of the show.
Yep. And then last night there was another figure.
Yeah. What scale is this?
That looks like a 1/18. It looks like 1/18.
So here's the right. Yeah. 12 inches height, 23 inches width, and then
$850.
12 inches diameter. Yeah.
2 inches deep. That's what she said.
Deep.
That might be 1/18 scale, like almost G.I. Joe.
Best Car Kid said 120.
There you go.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay, close. Well, 120, 1/18, close enough.
So that's an actual person, and then there's right there. So yeah, 12 inches height, 23 inches width, and then 12 inches depth. So I do like this design they went with in the backdrop of the. Okay, it looks like either it's going through hyperspace through either going through passing through the stars, or it looks like it's pretty much going on the side of the canyon. So,
or it looks like it's flying over like a scrapyard. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna agree with the majority of the people. That base looks like it's
I don't like that base at all.
That base is Bantha Poodoo.
I'm so confused. Like it takes away from the ship itself so much.
That is true too.
But the coloring is too close. If that was like a brown or a black, so the actual N1 silver could contrast, that might be a different story. But it's literally the same colors.
Yeah, no, it's very distracting on that, especially when you look at not the engine up top that's out of frame, the one below. It's lost in all that base. It's like visually, it's very unappealing to me.
Yeah, I get that. My imagination self is just looking at it like, oh, it's going.
I get the concept is cool. Yeah. Like I get what they're trying to pull off, but
it's the execution. It's the execution.
Yeah, dude, this is so unattractive. Like I saw this, I'm like, wait, we're looking at the M1. What am I looking at? And I'm looking from a small phone. And I'm like, okay, I see it now. But to have that, okay, I see it now moment, it just throws you off. It really throws you off. But
oh yeah, this is more expensive than a DeLorean, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
And a Batmobile.
Yeah, but the case is not the price or the design or what have you. It's the idea that this company is also capitalizing on the Mandalorian hype. A few days before the actual release of Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1. And I'm here like, damn, Hot Toys, tinfoil hat time, Dawn Prime tinfoil hat time.
Oh no!
Swing away, Meryl. Swing away.
Hot Toys. They can either capitalize on the first episode, or they can capitalize towards the end of Mandalorian. Either way, there's other companies out there that are capitalizing on the N-1 Starfighter opportunities. And Hot Toys, this is your big shot. This is your big chance right here to just show us what you're made of as far as like going into the coming soon lot. Like anything is possible.
And again, Iron Studios wasn't the only company to release their information on their N1 this weekend. So the Hasbro Vintage Series N1, again, it was put up, posted originally, I guess it was up at Yak Face, and then like Connor Hot Toys Hotline alerted it to us. So there will be a Vintage Series Mando N1 with an approximate U.S. retail value of $131.99. So, I mean, other companies are now doing this. So, I mean, at this point, Hot Toys is probably like, we don't want to be the only guys out of the game. So,
hold my beer.
Pretty much now, every one of these is a specific license or a specific scale under a license. So, at this point, we're going to start seeing more statues, like bigger, higher end statues. And I'm going to say, if we're going to see it, the Hot Toys one probably is going to be sooner rather than later.
Yep. At the end of the day, Skylar brought it up. It's all about faith, guys. Believe, guys. That's what I'm, jumping on. It's the faith train on this piece.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this: Hasbro knew it was gonna happen. Iron Studios and any other statue company doing it got it because it's they're gonna bring it down in scale, right? But Hot Toys, bro, if they do this and the sales on it just soar, X-Wing, Starfighter,
Jedi Starfighter, yeah.
Ooh, X-Wing, I think is kind of maybe a little bit too big just because of the wings.
Listen, if we could get this and it's just a little bit bigger, just flip the other way around. If you look at it, just flip the ship the other way around, just a little bit bigger, it can work. It's just a matter of it separating, making it,
Lock and S foils.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was going to bring up Carlito's question. Nate, if the N-1 releases and sells well, do you think we'll get other Starfighters like the Jedi Starfighter or X-Wing? So not the X-Wing. I think the Jedi Starfighter is still on the table because people keep forgetting 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith is just around the corner. 2025. That's opportunity right there for the Jedi Starfighter to come back. And Jedi Starfighter, comparatively towards the N-1, is a smaller version. It's a small piece compared to the
and much easier to mold.
Exactly. So there's opportunity with there, but that's 20th anniversary talk for Revenge of the Sith. We're talking about the N-1 Starfighter. I could also see if the N-1 Starfighter gets released and it does well, sales wise, we could probably see the Falcon cockpit actually getting released for 50th anniversary of New Hope Star Wars, and that would be pretty cool too. Because here's the thing, Mandalorian has brought us figures that we never thought it would have been possible for Hot Toys to jump on, like the Blurg. I mean, like, why did they even go for that at that point? The Blurg. A lot of people are asking that question every day. Like, they went with the Blurg. That's impossible. How is that? And they did. They did it. There's several figures they went into that we thought was never going to happen, but it's a different story now, right? Because Mandalorian is hype. Mandalorian sells. And N-1 Starfighter is definitely in that boat where Hot Toys does. I've noticed that Hot Toys takes more risks in the Mandalorian line they do with anything else these days. And that's funny. That's a funny thing. And I encourage it. I want more risk. I want more risk from Hot Toys.
Yeah, I think that's because Mandalorian is that is not the love letter, but it's that love at first sight, and the first date went well. You get what I'm saying? And it's still going well. So you see a couple of things that it's like think of it as like when you find your significant other. You just like, oh my God, you're like, okay, we got a little bump in the road, but it's okay. I expected turbulence because there's no such thing as a smooth ride all the way through. There's no fun in it. No one likes a smooth ride when you go on a roller coaster. Roller coasters got loops, turns, and drops. You know what I mean? And with the show, you feel that way. You feel that way. You get excited. You're like, okay, are you going to pick up the pace? Is it going to be another one of those? But still, it's going to sell stuff. It's going to sell toys. It's like the best spot to sell toys. Because it's Mando. Now, where's the Rancor?
Rancor! Oh, God, that would be so epic.
I was ready for Nate. Yeah, I was ready for Nate.
That would be.
Well, I mean, I looked and did a little bit more investigating. So apparently, this obviously is going to be under the Vintage series. They're not going to do a Black Series version of this. Because if you remember, the last time Hasbro tried to do a Black Series 1/12 version of a vehicle, it was the First Order TIE Fighter. and that thing sat like that. That thing sat more than Rose Tico figures.
It sat because it was just too big. People got it, and then they had to get rid of it because there was nothing to go with it in the sense of, all right, I have this one big thing. How do I display this? You don't know how to display it. It's too big. See, that's what I'm saying. If that was a 6 scale, it would be too big to have. You know what I mean? You would actually need a separate house just to house that thing, just like a AT-AT. You know, it's just too big. A lot of these things are fantastical in size, and we would like to have them, but we get them in miniatures. These, I want to say, solo ships, right? These starfighters, they're meant to be like more or less like a motorcycle, but they're not. You know what I mean? Because they're so wide, they're so big.
Could what's that Kickstarter for Hasbro?
Hazlab.
The Hazlab. Could they do a Hazlab Black Series N-1?
They could, but then again, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that's going to happen. It's like with the Rancor, like sales are not going to go up there. Either it doesn't look accurate enough, or they do it accurate. There's nowhere to house it. That's the hard part. Like I said, us 6-scale collectors, we're in a specific pocket, right? Where, okay, we don't collect too many of the little things anymore. We're making space for the big stuff now because we want to, stick in this specific lane of observing, fiddling around a little bit here and there, not too much, and just appreciate it from, doing it, and not so much creating these massive displays and dioramas on a regular basis, unless you're doing toy photography, and even then everything gets confined to a smaller space. But with something like a 6-inch scale figure, and you getting into the habit of collecting vehicles, you're not going to have space by the time you get to your 5th vehicle. This is not a van. This is not a van. This is not a
van by the river.
This is basically a ship that takes the size up of half of a coffee table. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So,
and I think by them doing it in the vintage series, that's them signaling there's going to be no Black Series. And if there's no Black Series, there's really no reason for them to do a Hazlab version. If anything, I could see them doing for a Hazlab. If they're going to do a vehicle, I see them doing potentially like a new updated AT-AT under the vintage line, something like that. If they're going to ask, $250 to $400 for something, I think it would be something, again, like it's going to be big, but it'd rather be big, like an AT-AT. Like there's a difference. You get the Starfighter, you're kind of not expecting it to be a certain size. But if you get the AT-AT, you're going to be pissed if it's not huge because it's the freaking AT-AT,
So, oh damn! I was going to ask Mr. Mom what his thoughts were about.
Yeah, I'm getting it. What?
Yeah, well, no, I know we're all getting it if it comes out, but the question is with what's going on with Iron Studios, right? They released theirs, right? And Vintage Collections doing their N-1 Starfighter. How you feel about Hot Toys? Are they going to delve into the hype train like everybody else with the N-1 Starfighter?
I mean, it's hard because I think nowadays whenever we think we got it figured out, they throw us a curveball. I mean, I think Monica made a comment earlier. I mean, what he said was, regardless of what happens, we're getting something on March 1st, and it could be big. So it's like, I think, how long has it been? I mean, we were waiting for season 3 of Mando for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Well, they teased it at 2021 at New York Comic Con, right?
The show that for me, I would drop the thing season 1. Episode 1. Let's go. I would drop it. That's me. If I was them, I would drop it.
Yeah,
I would drop it. There's no reason to wait. I mean, unless there's a R&D production thing, but I mean, they can announce it. We've seen the prototype. I mean, they can still work on it for another year if there's something they have to work out. But for me, I can't figure out a reason why they would want to tease it longer, unless something happens, they want to hold off and just the right. But for me, I would drop the thing episode 1. Hype it up. I mean, I think that's the most max hype that you can think. I would drop it.
Now, again, a little bit of conspiracy, tinfoil theory, but again, based in real facts. Now, didn't Hot Toys, they did two versions. There's a 1/6 version of this, but isn't there also a 1/12 version of this that they traveled around to display?
No, there was a rumor that it was 1/12, but it was just 1/6. It was
okay. Then never mind, because I was gonna say, if they were gonna do 1/12, wouldn't be the first time they've basically done a 1/12 vehicle. Because remember, they did the Bat from Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, but it is also the last time they're gonna do a 1/12 vehicle and figure, because one, it didn't sell well at all.
It sat around. It sat around
for too long, because basically it's the first time they've done a 12 scale, right? And a lot of people compared their 12 scale to like the Mafex and the Mattel versions of the same character, and Mafex was blowing it out of the water as far as like articulation, pose, and detail, and all that stuff. And it just wasn't holding a candle to it. But the main attraction was the vehicle. Like the figures were an afterthought. The vehicle was what they were trying to sell, and it was big by itself, and it wasn't appealing because it did not look like a typical Batwing.
So you're saying if Hot Toys delivers, they got to go big or go home. No 1/12, 1/6.
Well, if they do 1/12 line, they first have to have something that, you know, that's sustainable, meaning they have to put out their figures. Remember, their vehicles, when they do their vehicles, right, is to go with something that they already have. So, you know, they didn't start off doing vehicles, they started off doing figures. So, you know, you have your G.I. Joe line and all these other characters like Batman, Spider-Man, so on and so forth. Batman, for example, 89 Batman, Michael Keaton. You have that Batman, all right? What's a nice additional piece that's beautiful by itself, but it's complementary? The 89 Batmobile, right? You got that. That figure goes with that vehicle, period, right? And that figure goes well with everything else. If you're going to have something done in a 6-inch format or 1/12 scale format, you would have to do something along those lines. Like, okay, the figure is great, and then the vehicle is the same as the big one, just smaller. Right? So there's nothing wrong with the vehicle, specifically the Bat. There was nothing wrong with it other than the fact of design choice by the studio. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't like Dark Knight. They don't like the trilogy, and other people do, and they love it. They hold it in high praise. But the vehicles, touch and go. A lot of people say, that's not my Batmobile. That's not my Batwing. They'll go to 89, or some of them even go to, you know, Adam West, or they'll go to the animated series.
Mm-hmm. You know, here's another thing too that brings me hope, is that Hot Toys specifically made a prototype set for Grogu and Mando to go into this N-1 Starfighter. Specifically, we just saw this right here. Specifically for this set. They displayed it right with this, and also they got the barcode number for this specific figure with this specific Grogu and Mando.
Yeah. It's probably like a 1.5 or whatever they did with the. Remember when they took the OG Mando and they did a little bit of an upgrade to fit on the blurred?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I believe Sideshow also has this as a joined the RSVP for these specific. So I don't know if they did both the N-1 and Grogu.
Yes.
And because I'm slated for both. Even though I said I can't fit it, I still want it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things like, okay, I'll get yelled at later, or I figure it out later. I just want to own it. You know, it's like, I'm just dude, if I'm going to have anything, Mando's the way to go. And this right here is a beautiful piece. And this also speaks that Back to the Future vibes, that, you know, Ecto 1 vibes. Like, it looks like it's being created and it's not finished. It looks unfinished, and that's the beautiful thing about
this. So Monica's saying at San Diego Comic-Con, the tail wasn't even extended.
Wow. And plus, they released the 3-pack of droids. That's true too.
Yeah.
Why would they release that 3-pack of droids?
And again, you look at the R5.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of the pictures, though, it seriously looks like there's a separation from the head and the neck. So it does look like you might be able to take the neck piece off. There might be an adapter with the N-1. So you can take the bubble port off, have Grogu with Mando. And R5 is your astromech. Because again, we've already seen R5 is literally rolling with Grogu and Din now in Navarro when he's going to meet Grief Karga.
So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring this up with Thor real quick. He brought up a good question that collectors are going through today. I want to pick up the Chrome Mando, but I'm afraid they're going to include a new, better Chrome Mando for N1. So here's my suggestion to Thor. Because the Chrome Mando is part of the 2020, 2021 pre-orders, it's going to sit for a bit to possibly it will sit long enough for discounts. So just if you really are anxiety about it, just keep that Chrome Mando in your cart and within your cart, and Sideshow will tell you if it's going to blue screen or not, right? If it ever does. So you still got time to just sit down, relax, and wait till it starts hitting to the low stock portion. Because honestly, it's going to sit for a bit. If it's definitely a 2020, 2021 pre-order, too many were produced, and also the fact that some collectors out there are actually going to wait for season 3. So there's still time to figure out if you want to get it or not. So you don't have to rush to get it.
And also Ghostbusters rules apply here. You also have to, for me, you got to think about how do you want your Chrome Mando really represented. You might want 2 of them. You might want one for the N1, and then you want one represented another way, because that Chrome Mando Deluxe or even the regular, that's like a whole other separate thing with the saber, the spear, and all that stuff. You might want that displayed like another way and not just have your Chrome Mando in the N1. So you also have to think about that you might not get 2 of them.
Yeah,
especially if you have Dark Troopers and then you have Gideon, then you're going to want to do
that's like a whole other separate thing. That's like getting it. Yeah, it's like getting another Batman for the Batmobile to be displayed next to, and then one for the computer. It's like they're legitimately. You could army build them if you wanted to and have legitimate reason.
Yes,
I just justified army building. Yes, I did.
It's clone building. You're building the same character over and over and over again, right? There you go. Same difference. Like this thing right here, you're gonna want a pilot version of it. You don't want to just sit there with nothing in it. It is back to what I was saying before. I don't want to get the Ecto 1 Afterlife if I'm not going to have characters to drive it. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. When I say characters, I'm talking about the specific ones that were driving it. It wasn't the adults. It wasn't the OG Ghostbusters. It was the kids. You know what I mean? Specific. And that's just for me because a little stickler for that specific detail. But here, you get the specific Mando and Grogu that go to it. And this may be that chrome finish that you don't have to put this specific a thinner to get rid of the dirt marks, because some people are doing that just to get the complete chrome finish of it. This may be that cleaner version that you're looking for and may come with the Darksaber, but you're not going to get that spear.
Well, yeah, because the spear at this point no longer exists.
Yeah, the spear doesn't exist anymore, and that's your thing. Like, for instance, your first the first deluxe Mandalorian, right? What's your incentive to get that? You get 2 versions of Grogu, and you get the first Pram, which is the Pram that should have came with the Durasteel Mando, but you didn't get it with Durasteel Mando. You got it with the deluxe Mando, right? So their first encounter, you don't even get, because you have to buy a completely different set in order to recreate that scene, so to speak, right? With the Durasteel Mando and that specific Grogu. Then go ahead.
Quick thing. Buddy Hepburn is asking, will it have a half Mando for the cockpit like the Hulkbuster? That would help sell the Mandalorian Starfighter even more, and so people don't have to go and buy another set of Mando. So,
I could see them. I could see them potentially, and again, I know we talk about SKUs. I could potentially see them doing 2 SKUs. One is the N1, but then it could come with a bust of I
could see that,
like a bust of both, Din. But you remember, from the accessory set with Grogu, you literally have like a half Grogu, which is supposed to be, him like standing up or position. I could see them including something like that for the bubble, but then I could see them also doing a complete. Here's full size Grogu. Here's full size Din, and here's the whole package, one all.
Well, if that's the case, then why don't they do that for 89 Batman? You get what I'm saying?
Because it's a reissue.
You can't post. No.
Well, let me. Well, not a reissue. It's a redesign, reimagining.
Yeah, but you would say this is, being a new, vehicle altogether, but you're buying a set of, Mando and Grogu specifically for this. That they literally show you that it's specifically for this. They show you that it's in the cockpit. It's specifically for this. So it's not like it does to me. It doesn't make sense to do the Hulkbuster style like torso bust, because it's a figure you could take off the Velcro, the armor pieces off of, and like snug them in there. You know what I mean? If they're willing to do that with the 89 Batman, which has the pleather nightmare bodysuit, this fabric suit that has armor that's Velcroed on it that can be removed, can be placed into this vehicle, no problem. You get what I'm saying? To me, that's a extra engineering step and an extra factory step that they're gonna have to do that maybe most people won't be happy with, because they probably want a Mando that's completely chromed out. You know what I mean? And this is their opportunity to get it, and the only way they're gonna get it.
Well,
hey,
what if?
Quick question. Okay, so CSI brought up a very good point here, but I do want to expand on it. This is just a showpiece. Hot Toys has never done a 1/6 aircraft, only 1/12 scale. So,
wrong. They did one.
This, at the end of the day, this could be an opportunity for Hot Toys to take the risk, because it's the Mandalorian. Mandalorian is pretty much rejuvenized, revived the Star Wars brand, revived the collecting prowess of Star Wars with Hot Toys. Hot Toys didn't sell well with the sequel trilogy, but Mandalorian brought that back, and Hot Toys just went bonkers with every damn figure they can think of to come out from that show, season 1 and season 2. So season 3, this could be the risk, the big risk factor for them to take that chance with the N-1. And I wouldn't be surprised they do take that chance with the N-1 Starfighter, because it is part of the Mandalorian line.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's just, if you take this by itself, you think great, but then you read the comments like Jon Favreau made this weekend, basically, where he's like, yeah, season 4, it's already written, we're already in pre-production, we're going to start shooting in October for season 4. And then he's like, there's no ending, and we're not like even at the halfway point. So there are just little things saying that Mando is going to keep going and going and going till it doesn't make money anymore. And the way it's going, that's not going to be for a long time. And it's almost like I got to agree with you, Nate. If Hot Toys is ever going to jump into the waters for vehicles, this, and again, I know people are saying it's huge, but from a marketing and financial standpoint, this might be their most solid bet.
Yeah.
From a franchise standpoint.
I wanted to ask, does anyone know exactly the date of the original Hulkbuster when it was first released for pre-order? The exact date. Does anyone know?
I don't remember, but I know
was it
like 4.5 years for it to actually be released?
Summer 2016.
So, was there any inkling of that getting released? Like, did anybody think that after Avengers: Age of Ultron, that Hot Toys would ever do the Hulkbuster?
When they did that and they did the Hulk, there was like no way this is going to be their biggest piece. A lot of people did doubt, but there was no way they weren't not going to do it, because it kind of follows the similar guidelines as an actual Iron Man figure, but also follows the guidelines of a vehicle. But this is more of a plausible thing because people will buy a Hulkbuster. People will buy that to go with their Hulk, or they'll buy it just to be with their Iron Man collection. And remember, Iron Man was making money, and
it's not just us that were buying Iron Man. The Asian market, they were buying Hulkbusters left and right, doing kit bashes with them and all kinds of stuff.
That's what I'm saying, is that there is that hype train for Iron Man, and Mandalorian for Star Wars is that hype train that's similar to Iron Man. At this point, Mandalorian is the next Iron Man. But that's what I was trying to point out, is that there was probably a time where people thought that the Hulkbuster was never going to get released for pre-order, and here we are. We have two versions of the Hulkbuster released. Like the deluxe version and the regular version that came out for pre-order 2016, right? Because Age of Ultron was 2015. The movie, it came out in 2015. The AMC, Hot Toys Library, they tease with pictures of the original Hulkbuster. The N1 has more teases than the Hulkbuster did. Ooh. Yep.
Well, here's the thing. When they showed teases of it, it was literally I think it was a SDCC. They showed it, and then every other like Marvel event, any toy convention, you saw the Hulkbuster there, and other people pushing other Hulkbuster and Iron Man products like Play Imaginative. I don't know if Blitzway did theirs or anyone else that had a specific IP for Iron Man, because remember, there was a quarter scale Hulkbuster that was voice activated that was shown off. There was statues being made of the same Hulkbuster in different formats by different companies. So back then, the craze was that Hulkbuster, and it was shown everywhere physically in different events. So it wasn't just a tease. It was shown off just like the way this was shown off. The only reason why we're saying this is shown off more is because of the podcasts we've seen in some of the events. I only seen this in like 3 or 4 events. The M1 Starfighter, 3 or 4 events. That's it, that we know about. And we keep going back to these same videos. Hulkbusters, there's tons of them. And specifically for Hot Toys, they showed you different displays of him being open and then him being, facing off against the Hulk.
It's going to be very interesting. Carlito brought up, I know that everyone jokes about it, but if the N1 gets announced and then gets destroyed in season 3, how should we take that? I don't care. The N1 Starfighter, the reason why I'm buying it, because I'm a prequel fan. Until the day I freaking die. Prequel love. I love the prequels. I love the OT. Don't get me wrong. OT, I grew up with that. Like OT, my dad had me with my milk bottle and then some tostones and watching Star Wars 24 hours a day. It was either Star Wars. It was a constant loop between the Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, and not Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was my teen years because my mom was not into the whole ghost thing, so she was like, "No, you can't watch Ghostbusters." Okay, cool. But I watched it during my teen years. I was like, "Damn, I wish I watched this sooner." Back to the Future and NBC, I guess Transformers. Yeah. So that was my constant watch party of my shows when I was a kid. And OT was all over the place for Star Wars for me. Like I used to reenact every moment from the films with my Millennium Falcon and my X-Wing. My brother was either Lando or Han Solo, and I was either Luke Skywalker or Wedge Antilles, depending on which movie we were watching. But yeah, we used to reenact all these moments. It was pretty cool.
I was gonna say this. To answer that question, replace the N1 Starfighter with the Razor Crest and look at the Hazlab. Enough said. Okay. Razor Crest, Hazlab. Enough said.
Or the sail barge. I mean, if we want to get
the sail barge, right? So once that's gone, that's gone. But this is Hot Toys, and they've teased us before, they've let us down before, and dude, if it happens, I just gotta find a way to explain this to my wife.
There's still time, Loco. There's still time. There's still time.
Nate, army building N1s. It just depends on the price. Like I said before, it just depends on the price. If the price is close to the Hulkbuster, then there is opportunities for me to army build. But if it's $1,500 or more, I can't swing that for.
Why
two.
would you army
that
build
that
this
way.
thing? For what? Like, what do you need two for?
I would like one in flight mode and then one for construction mode.
Like, oh my god!
Like they're working on it.
Yeah,
you know
the
what
Harry
I mean?
Jawas are stealing parts from the Pike Syndicate.
Yeah. I want to recreate that. You know, that's for me. I want to recreate that.
Nate,
yes,
we need to switch addresses, bro, so that way you can feel my pain, bro. Because damn, that's a lot of space.
Yo, man.
You get 5 DeLoreans, your 6 Ecto ones, and then you got 2 N-1 Starfighters, bro. Shoot, like I'm surprised you're not getting the actual 1-to-1 scale stuff and be like Jay Leno and just have a whole collection. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, though. Like even if I was in that tax bracket, right? I probably won't do 1-to-1 stuff because there's space-wide, even I have the most space in the world. The only 2 I would get 1-to-1, actually 3, would be either 1 Iron Man, 1 Darth Vader, and 1 Boba Fett, and that's it. Those are the only characters I probably get 1-to-1.
You're not going to get a T-800 in a 1-to-1?
No.
Boba Fett? Did you say Boba Fett?
Yeah, those are my top 3. Either 1 Iron Man, depending on which one, either Mark 7, Mark 85, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett, and that's it. Honestly,
no, you need a T-800, my friend. T-800.
T-800, bro.
And 1-to-1s don't speak to me like these 1/6 versions do. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it's like, where's the fun at it? It's just a big ass statue. I can't, pose up or anything. You know what I mean?
No. You charge people money to take a picture with it. That's what you do. You be like the handlers for a lot of these actors. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna take 10% off the top, and then you have the rest.
Wow, look at that! Look at that dude! Look at that dude right next to it.
Dude, that table's bigger than my small dining room table, and my small dining room table fits 4 people. So you see this, I'm like, geez, bro.
But yeah, it depends on the price. If it's pushing 1,500, hell to the no. But it's close to the Hulkbuster, I might be able to swing 2 better than 1,500 because 1,500 is like, dear God.
I will say this. I like the angle that they have this propped up. It's not like the DeLorean where it's going up and they're staying at that swooped up. This is more like a swooping down. I like that. I like the way it looks. For some reason, the way this looks, it just gives it a different type of visual appeal.
Now, like I said, I will pick up a T-800 1/6. That's fine. But I don't know. But here's the thing, though, with a T-800, though. I was just thinking about it. Even if I go and get a 1-to-1 T-800, that would freaking scare me every morning when I Can you imagine just waking up, you got your coffee mug, Geekin Out Guffy mug, walking down your hallway, and you forget you got the T-800 looking staring at you? Like, oh, God, no.
But it depends on which version of the endoskeleton. Are we talking the OG from T1 and T2, or are we talking, the redesign from Genesis?
G1
used to give me freaking creeps, bro. When there's no way in hell how is that thing moving? Like, I always thought about that when I was a kid, watching that thing chasing after the heroes. I'm like,
Terracana.
I was like, oh my God, why is that thing moving? There's no way in hell that thing is moving. Why is it moving? It used to give me creeps when I was a kid. I was like, God. Like, there's times where I just watch the first Terminator movie and I just stop it after the explosion, the tanker explosion. Because it scares me watching that thing chasing after, like, literally, it brings me back, like, Pennywise vibes to me. I'm like, if I watch that, I'm going to have nightmares of the T-800 chasing me, like Pennywise chases me, in my dreams. If I watch the movie. That's why I usually I watch Terminator, but I stop after the explosion. Because I know that thing's going to start chasing after me in my dreams. But after that, T2, because he's a good guy, and my mind can, I can accept that. Okay, T2, that's my boy. T-800 Mark II, that's my boy. That's Arnie saving the day. That's all good. He's not going to creep me out. But when he's in T-800 mode from the first one, that's going to give me chills. I can't do it.
All right, we got a super chat.
Oh, yeah, thank you. $10 super chat from David Z.
David Z.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Growing up, we never had a color TV until we got a Fisher VCR Indie, and Star Wars were the first movies in and played also. That creepy poltergeist, guys, keeps up the great work. T800 all the way. The ghosts. Oh, you want the ghosts? Okay.
Nice.
Yes, he does. He wants the ghost. Let's get it.
These gifts, as is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great beasts. Giant ghosts! Oh, look at
damn,
yes,
man.
yes. Yeah, big shout out to Dave Z, man. We were having a whole Back to the Future theory and exploratory type of conversation at work. And dude, when I get the DeLorean, bro, let me just tell you, I gotta have a live stream and have all your guys on the panel, and we're all just gonna talk about all the theories and all the other stuff about Back to the Future and all that other stuff while I'm unboxing and showing it off. I think that's gonna be an awesome stream.
Oh man, good days are coming, guys. Good days are coming. Rule number 10 of Nate's rules: God loves you, and if you don't believe in God, the universe loves you. All right, so keep the faith strong, guys. Keep the faith strong, because we're looking at good days to come with 160F community, and I'm just loving every minute of it. All these freaking figures, all these army build potential. It's going to be so good. And Howie loves you. All right, remember that.
Well, he loves your wallet. Yeah.
Howie loves your wallet.
He loves your wallet.
Yes.
But I believe more so he respects specific franchises.
Yeah.
Well, which brings me up to this: if we got the RoboCop, and we got Days of Future Past, things that haven't been in circulation for a very long time.
What happened to Lou? He's
No, he's doing a dramatic.
No, I think his audio actually went out. That's not.
Yeah, your audio died.
That's Dark Crash. Nate, I can see you buying 4Ds and retrofitting. That's a lot of sacrifice of Hot Toys that I would not get back at that point.
Testing.
God. Dude.
Testing. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, can we get a Tech Noir? Can we get a Terminator?
You mean they did a Tech Noir OG?
Can we get another one? That's upgrade with the Fison style body.
With the new silicone body and actual leather jacket with the holes in it, and actual metal sunglasses, like a DX Terminator.
Everything. I want everything. I want the leather jacket. I want the glasses. I want some blood effects. I want some LED lights. I want everything. Okay. Come on. You could give us both. Give us a 2-pack. Give us Terminator when he first starts shooting up all the other Sarah Connors, and then give us the Tech Noir where he goes into the jail and just starts, busting down that precinct. You know what I mean? It's like that. That's the OG Terminator. You know what I mean?
40th anniversary. It's coming up. Yo,
yes.
If they're doing the work to give us RoboCop, they're gonna give us the work. Deliver us the Terminators. Come on, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Dude, that right there is something that I want to get my hands on. I was a big fan as a kid. I remember having the old figures where you interchange, Arnie's arm, and he has like a big clamp and whatnot. Then he has the little feature where you put the light above his head, the eyes light up. I remember that as a kid, but then seeing it 6 scale where it's looks exactly like the film.
Okay, guys. Before we end the stream, my boy Monica sent me a photo of the dimensions of this damn piece.
I just got
already. Oh damn.
Okay. Also, I want to bring up another question from the chat. Someone asks, if this gets released, how long is it going to last? I think we still around the 4 to 8 month plan for this piece. But again, 4 to 8 months, you got opportunity to figure out if you need this or not in your collection. So I'm just saying, guys, you got 4 to 8 months. 4 months is the minimum on pre-ordering your figures, and that's my guess. It will be 4 to 8 months. I don't think it's going to sell out unless it was a toy fair or summer showcases.
You talking about the N-1?
The N-1, yes. It was a summer showcase.
I don't think you got to plan this out. You got to open up your spreadsheet. You got to figure out where it fits in your budget, and you just got to pre-order this thing. I mean, drop a $20 coupon, call it a day, pre-order it, lock it in, and start paying it off. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. There's certain pieces that I don't think you wait on. That's just one of them.
Respect on that.
So there's the dimensions for it, guys. I don't think it's going to sell out overnight.
Yeah.
That'd be ridiculous because Hot Toys wants to make money, so they want to keep this open for a bit. Even Sideshow wants to make money, so they'll probably keep this open for a bit within the 4 to 8 months. And if it sells up if it starts going waitlist by 4 months, that pretty much tells you, yeah, you're either late to the game pre-order or you need to hurry up and make your decision fast.
2.6 meters, bro.
2.6 meters.
That's crazy.
And look at this. Here's the figures
so that's 6.54 feet long.
Look at that. That set was part of the that came out a few months ago. Look at that for pre-order. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, there's the gunk droid and Jawa.
Mm-hmm. This is a big piece. Look at that, man.
Dude.
Sacrifices, guys. Sacrifices.
I wonder, here's the thing. I wonder, are we going to get this acrylic stand as an option piece if this drops? Or are we just going to get that swooped down version?
I think this is a one-off for Hot Toys, basically, because they wanted it clear acrylic so they could show the additional figures, but it needed support because it almost seems like they didn't either have the stand they made like at the banking. It wasn't either made or this was specific just for this case. But I think if it does drop, we're just going to get like the banking one they saw at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay. Because it would be nice to have it like this as well if you're going to have it at a surface. But if it's angled, so you're going to shrink this, but you're going to raise the height. You're going to raise the height. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Here's the thing I feel. I say pre-order it and then figure out your display purposes now. You got about 2 years to figure out your display purposes. Just get it ordered. Just get it ordered.
Nate's rule 33. Nate's rule 33. Buy now, cry later.
I like that. Buy now, cry later. Yeah.
Well, the reality of it is, most likely, if judged by previous pre-orders, you'll have a $20 coupon, drop $20 on it. How much more are you looking to save by playing the waiting game? The only reason why you play the waiting game is because of your financial situation. But like you say, you pre-order this thing, because that's the way I look at it. Look at my spreadsheet, and like here's just an example. I pre-ordered the Mark 6 gantry because I wanted those payment plans to pay that thing off. I pre-ordered the Batmobile. Guess what's stacked up on top of each other? Mark 6 and Batmobile. I pre-ordered 89 Batman. I have 3 pre-orders that are literally sandwiched on top of each other. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to figure out where this would fit into your budget when you decide to pre-order. That's the only reason why someone would maybe wait is because they need a few extra months to pay some stuff off or a month extra. But I don't see the need in waiting on this. If you know you want it, you want it. Like Nate said, you have more than enough time to figure out your display later. Like you build something or you hang it. I mean, you
just
make
sure you got a minimum of $150, $200 ready in your account for the NRD. Yeah, that's pretty much about the range. This either if it's within the $800, $900 range, it'll be a $90 NRD. If it's anything between $1,000 to $1,500, you're looking at $150 to $200 NRD for this. So.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If they do actually do this, I could see 2 things happening. One, they're actually going to limit production on this. And 2, because of that limited production, they might actually ask for a 25 or 30% NRD, basically say, we only want serious people. I definitely could see them adjusting their pricing scheme just for this because it's going to be limited. And it's basically, okay, you want it, you got to so basically pay up or shut up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if like Big Bad Toy Stores carries this, imagine what their NRD is going to be because their NRD is more than Sideshow right now in some figures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely more the Sideshow.
So I mean, I could see Sideshow putting this up for a 40% on RD. So,
yeah.
Well, let me see. I think with Sideshow, I think they're probably going to just do the 10% situation. Usually it's just 10%. Either way, even if you cancel on this piece, that's a big chunk of 10% out the door for you. So if you're going in 10% of this, $100 to $150, then you're out of your damn mind canceling on this.
Dude, that's like someone's car insurance payment.
Yeah, you're losing that. You're just losing that. But I do want to bring up Dave Z's $5 super chat. Do you think they will retrofit the R5D4 drop seat in the monster ship? They need to at least give us a bit more bang for the goats. For the goats. Okay. You know what? I will end the stream with the goats for you, Dave Z. But I think like Don Prime was preaching about, I think they are probably gonna have it to where it's retrofitted to the point where you can fit your R5 in there, because the R5 we have seen it multiple times in the trailers in the N-1 Starfighter in Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah, but my theory is we're not going to be able to physically fit the whole droid into the ship. And again, you can look at other pictures of the droid itself, and they specifically show where it has the pivot point on its neck and head. Now, and obviously with R2, you don't see it because it's the full dome. But there does seem to be like a separation, a gap area where you could physically, like the Sideshow R2, where you can twist the dome off to get to the batteries, where you'll be able to get the top part of it. And again, you take the bubble canopy out and then you lock in like the neck portion into that area, but you can still rotate the head. And if there's any light up effects or anything like that you'll still have access to them. But again, I don't think it's like, and then the body, you could display the body as a broken down droid once the head's off.
Yeah, or maybe the N-1 Starfighter comes with the actual dome piece of the R5 unit as an option to swap out. Because think of it like this: it's a big piece. It might be hollow, but do you really want all that die cast weight in the back? So just a little forethought, like weight distribution on the display, and will it crack under pressure having a weighted figure inside of it that's heavier than the actual 6-scale Mandalorian?
But all right, guys, that's all we have for today. I do wanted to go down the list. Local Lou, what you got going for you this week?
Oh man, tomorrow I will be coming out of work and doing a live stream for the Mandalorian, and I'll be doing a double duty because I haven't done the Deadpool, so you're gonna get double bang for your buck tomorrow in the morning with me. And when that DeLorean comes, I will be inviting all my closest friends, Mr. Mom, Nate, Don Prime, anybody who's willing and able to come in, while I do unboxing of Doc Brown, Marty, and the DeLorean 2.0, and assembling and just talking and brainstorming and whatnot. And then I'll steal some ideas from Mr. Moms, because this is the guy right here. You know what I mean? Accuracy. He got the plug. He got the plug, man. Because I need to figure out how I'm gonna get these things. The funds, man. The funds. They're killing me, man.
OT for the HT.
Too much of it.
Oh man. How about you, Mr. Mom Collectibles? What you got going?
I'm screwed. I'm screwed this week in more ways. I'm screwed. I have Chrome Mando coming Tuesday, so I'll probably just do a short on him, open him up, and have fun doing photos of that. I have Wonder Woman 84 coming Thursday, and I have the DeLorean coming Thursday. So I'm screwed this week. I'm actually probably going to take off from work on Thursday because UPS, when they usually drop my stuff off, they drop it off in the morning and it sits outside all day. So I'm honestly probably going to take off from work to get the DeLorean, and then I'm probably just going to do an unboxing of it that day and film it while I'm home, and then start putting some mods, and I'll do videos on the mods and everything separate from the unboxing of the car because I've never unboxed this kind of vehicle before. So my reaction is going to be very live, like, holy crap. So I'm interested to see what's going to be on my doorstep. So I'll probably film like a little joke video about it. So we'll see.
I just hope you can get the box all in one frame.
And then my wife's reaction of her divorcing me, serving me.
It's okay. You put it on YouTube. You at least get some clicks on it.
Hey, Mr. Mom, as I once said, I sold the ring and bought Transformers.
Jesus.
So last message to go out before we end the stream. Carlito brings up Nate. Apretada la cachete, cabrón. N-1, Return of the Jedi, 40th anniversary. Everything in between. No end in sight. I'm saying saving all my SS awards to try and stay afloat, but it's not looking good. The spreadsheet is meaningless. Dude, I'm with you. I'm at 60 pre-orders, and it just keeps getting worse. I did a meme earlier on that, too. I was like, dear God, not like this. Not like this.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Speaking of which, I did get that third-party Doc Brown head sculpt for myself and my boy Dave Z, and I also got that Blade pre-order in.
Nice.
I had to make sure I get that. That's Blade, bro.
Oh yeah, I haven't even pre-ordered that Blade either, too. And I was like I knew God, and I knew God was like, "Hey, don't pre-order yet." Why? Because the Ghostbusters are coming in, third-party wise. I'm like, okay, you got me, God, you got me. All right, I'm pre-ordering. Oh man.
Oh, Nate, if you had to choose, real quick question before you go. If you had to choose, N-1 Starfighter or Rancor, one. You had to pick one.
Rancor. If I had to choose one, yeah, I'll probably go with a Rancor. Yeah. So let me show you guys real quick the meme I made this week, because I was getting hit with conversions left and right, and I'm at 60 pre-orders, so I was like, this is the perfect meme right here. Right there. So this is from Last of Us from last week. When you're over 60 pre-orders and wave this conversion hits.
Yo, ain't that the truth, man?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I have 12 now. I have 12 pre-orders.
I legitimately forget how much like waitlist conversions, like emails I have. So when people start posting their emails, I get literally petrified that I'm gonna start getting the same emails.
Yes, you see it, and then you go check your email.
Emails. Oh, got all these waitlists. I'm like, oh, it's only a matter of time that mine hits, and then all of a sudden I start getting email after email. It's like,
it's a cascade. It's like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, look at that. Waitlist conversions. Oh, dear God. But all right, guys, thank you all for watching. And remember, we're just simple collectors trying to make our way in this freaking galaxy. And may the weapons be with you always. And here are the goats, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
These gifts, as is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great feasts. Giant goats! Oh, look at...